24/7.
Awesome sauce! Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday night. Awesome sauce. Wait, what the bloody hell? Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday night.
You got a little bit of lag, so I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm popping back.
Wait, what the bloody hell?
You got a little bit of lag, so I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm popping back.
Wait, what the bloody hell?
You got a little bit of lag, so I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm popping back. You got a little bit of lag, so I'm not sure what's going on.
What the heck?
All right. So it looks like we got some technical difficulties. Adam, why don't you try logging out and logging back in, and we'll work it from there. So meanwhile, you're all looking at me. I'm not the host. I am not Autumn, and I'm not Adam. I'm definitely not Autumn, and I don't think I could be confused for Adam. But we'll hopefully get Adam back here in a moment. If not, I will introduce Autumn and her special manager here, and then hopefully we'll get Autumn back in. So just give us a few moments, and we will see what happens. Meanwhile, I'm just going to sit here and fill time for a moment. You can look at my pretty face, and if you're still tuned in, thank you very much. So while we're waiting for Adam, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to go ahead and introduce Autumn. And then I'm going to let her introduce who has come along, the man who did our incredible intro here. But first, I want to introduce the co-host of this show, the lovely and talented Miss Autumn South. How you doing, Autumn?
Hey, everybody. How's it going? Good evening and welcome to Awesome Sauce Radio. Yeah. Adam's having technical difficulties, so in the meantime, I'll be here to keep you entertained, me, and we have the manager on tonight. My wonderful, awesome person that makes everything happen. Yes.
All right. How you doing? Hey, and I have to say, let's give a shout out to the manager because he did that incredible intro video, made it so that we could show it on YouTube. We won't talk about the technical reasons why we had to change it, but man, that thing is awesome. The music is great. We still holding on to the old music with a little bit of change. So yeah, that was great, man. Kudos. Good job.
Thank you.
Yes, cool. We love it. It's good. It's good. Yeah, and he just mixed that all up. And one night I just looked at the screen. I was like, what is that? Looks great. Fabulous.
Yeah, outstanding. It was really, really good. I think it does. It just keeps the same flavor of the show alive and then adds to it. I think it was really incredible. So
exactly.
So while we're waiting for Adam to get back on, anything geeky or newsworthy going on with you guys this week?
Yes, we just found out that at the New Jersey Expo Center where they have Exotica, they are going to be doing a 420 Expo.
Whoa, cool.
It's going to be, I believe it's a month before Exotica.
It's in September.
Yeah.
It's supposed to have like vendors, live shows, like all kinds of stuff. Their website is like not even made yet. So it's just on the new. It's like brand new Twitter, everything. So this is going to be like the first time. So we'll see how.
What is this? Is this Adam?
Yeah.
We are seeing the side of your face. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Oh, whoa. Man.
Was that his phone?
This is the best episode.
So this is definitely a different experience here. Go ahead and figure it out, Adam. We're just kind of like kicking around what's going on. We're definitely waiting for you, and you are fearless. Huh? All right. So Adam still figured everything out. I think they got him. The people they're coming after Awesome Sauce, they found Adam. So hopefully he's okay.
They got him.
The Illuminati.
Yeah. They found him.
Left his live stream up. Just.
I'm gonna let Adam keep working over there, and then we'll get back to him in a second. So yeah, you were talking. You were talking about the 420 Expo. So that's cool. So you guys gonna exhibit there, or are you just going?
I'm not sure yet.
Don't know yet. Not until I guess they give out more information. I mean, I would make Autumn South like weed merch, 420 merch. I love weed, obviously. So I mean, there could be a bunch of things to come yet for that, because I don't know like what they plan on doing. I mean, it just says like events, seminars, vendors, sponsors, all kinds of stuff.
Well, I'm assuming if it's going to be a weed convention, that they're probably going to have some pretty awesome music.
Oh, I thought you were going to say weed. I was like,
well, yeah, they'll have.
I'm like, I'm trying to have some samples.
No, they're not going to have any weed there. Why would you think they're going to have weed there? Come on.
Because I don't like the guy. Whenever I went to Exotica, I bought what was it? It was like a $20 joint there. I don't know. It was fantastic. It was whatever this man in New York made, and it was lovely. It was good. Whatever that.
But that was Delta 8.
Yeah, that was just the regular Delta 8 marijuana THC.
So where is this going to happen?
It's at the New Jersey, the Exotica, or the Expo where they have Exotica at.
So the convention center in Edison, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Is weed legal in New Jersey?
See, that's the thing. I don't know if it is for.
Is weed legal?
It is for medical, but I don't know if they passed the law yet. If it's legal for just everyday consumers to go and use it. So I don't know.
Now I think that's so funny that the term medical, because it's like I remember when we passed medical marijuana in California. That was the biggest joke running. It's like you could go in and be like, I got a hangnail, and get your medical marijuana card. So it's like
it says unregulated sale of marijuana and THC products remain illegal.
Oh, okay. So that means that you have to have your med card probably to get the real stuff.
All right.
It's funny, here in Maryland, they found a loophole where like they're selling the Delta 8 and Delta 10 stuff, but she said that it does the same exact thing for her as normal stuff that you would get from the dispensary.
I actually like it better than the dispensary weed.
So you guys are going.
Hello.
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes. Adam, look, everybody, look at this man. He has challenges visually, but he escaped the swatters. He got away from the Illuminati. There are dead bodies behind him that you can't see right now. He took them all out, and it's now on screen. Everybody, all hail to Adam.
He used his karate moves, and they're just laying there lifeless as he, is on his podcast.
So he kicked all their asses. So just so you know what was going on while you were kicking all their asses, I did introduce Autumn and the manager, but we haven't done the sponsors yet. So if you want to go ahead and hit the sponsors, and then we get right into it.
All right, well, this is Blind Adam. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. The Illuminati cannot destroy me. I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors, Night 8 Wednesdays. Please grab your comics at Night 8 each and every Wednesday. Also want to thank Exotica. Exotica will become to Chicago April 30th for May 1st. Autumn will be there. I'll be there. Misty will be there. Maybe we'll even do a small little live mini show. Who knows? Also want to thank the Big Apple Comic Con. They're coming back to the New Yorker Hotel on March 26th. Check them out, bigapple.com. Want to also thank Twin City Comics. If you want to get anything autographed by Nancy Cartwright, the voice of Bart Simpson, go to www.twincitycomics.com. And tell them Blind Adam sent you. And of course, Bad Dragon, where I'll be getting my toys for when we do Peg Blind Adam in the near future.
PegBlindAdam.com.
www.bad-dragon.com. I also want to give a special shout out to Pineapple Support. If there's anyone who's struggling or having issues, please reach out to them. They're an amazing organization. And also just want to give a shout out to Captain Capio over at the FedEx Airlines, one of my best friends since school. And thank you for the hookup, which I hope that goes results. Safe travels. And to Adriana, hope you're listening. And to everyone over at the Salone Real Estate Company over in Las Vegas, Michelle, Lacey, love you guys, and we'll be in touch. And I'll be making more about that in the near future. Once again, now that we got all that out of the way, I just really want to, if I can start by just, saying if anyone in the audience is struggling, you're dealing with mental health issues, no one has said that they love you today. I love you, and it's not no shame in seeking help. And I wasn't sure if I was going to share this story on air or not, but I'm going to because I'm hoping maybe it helps someone. Like 30 years ago today, when my senior year of high school, I had one of my best friends, take his own life by a self-inflicted gunshot wound. And I kind of can't believe it's been 30 years. And it still kind of affects me a little bit during Valentine's Day. So I cannot been answering emails or slacking off a little bit. That's part of the reason why. I don't take this time of year very well. And, if anyone, like I said, needs help, please go get it. There's no shame. And know that there's always someone that loves you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Especially me. I'll always love you.
Yeah.
I'm a lover.
And that goes for, I just have to reiterate what Adam said. That goes for everybody. I mean, I think a lot of people that know me know that I'm a veteran, and we lose at least, I think it's 1 or 2 veterans a day from suicide. So,
Mm-hmm. Yep, that Project 22 shit. We hear about it all the time. Definitely, for sure.
So, good shout there, Adam. Good shout.
Yeah, like I said, just to my friend Guy, I love you, man, and we'll always have that one Comic-Con in '91 where we both walked in with $100. You walked out with nothing, and I walked out with $200. And you said one day you'll be a comic book retailer. Autumn, I saw that you now have a TikTok.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've had the TikTok. It's just manager is the goat. Stop.
We have a we have a fan of Autumn and the Manager on.
He said mom and dad are on the show.
Mom and dad are on the show.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You young man.
Damn. Yes. Anyways, I've had this TikTok for a super long time. Because all my other TikToks they've got up and deleted and shit canned. I think I got 3 different ones banned. This one I get no views on any of the TikToks. I just still enjoy making the TikToks for the couple people that still watch it.
Yeah,
I'm just hoping and praying
I haven't
that
had time to watch anything yet.
Yeah. I'm hoping and praying that one day they'll just be like, we forgive you. Because I don't make anything different. I don't make anything different than anybody else, obviously. So, they go spam your account whenever they find out you make porn. I feel like there's a whole TikTok investigative,
I did just have one guy, and they set him down with a case.
Yeah, he's like, this person's a porn star.
Look at every porn star's TikTok and make sure they're on the level.
Do they have a TikTok?
Yeah, but the bad thing is they'll let 14-year-old kids do things that these porn stars are doing and won't ban them. So,
This is a kid, man.
I've seen some of the mainstream TikTok and YouTube channels get away with way more shit than we're allowed.
Oh, yeah. But that's because they're making the money. They don't want to ban their main creators.
Yeah. All right, hold on a moment. I got to go check my 16-year-old daughter's phone real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's too late, Dave. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but...
Yeah, she's probably already twerking to music.
Oh, God.
There's probably like 90 twerking videos, and...
I mean, that's the thing.
We have an 11-year-old that does it.
I'm like, oh, fuck out. Really?
Are you serious right now?
Yeah. They'll try to do the trends, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's just like, that's not okay.
Yeah,
So-
that gets banned real quick.
Yeah, so then
I'm
there's
like,
the
don't
phone.
make me take the whole
Yeah.
app from you.
Yeah.
I'll take the whole phone.
It's called adult entertainment for a reason. The operative word being adult. So
But it's more of like these kids. There's a lot of both. Like there's an adults and kids on this app that are constantly like butting heads because the kids will do the same things as these people that are my age, like not old but not super young. They'll do it and then they just get shit on. And then all of the people that actually would know, like if they would get TikTok famous, they would know how to use it. They would know how to promote it. Like smarter. You think you would give the power to like the people that would know how to use it the best rather than giving it to like a small, 13-year-old that like did a
Handful of
couple
children.
dances and now is getting monetized and
Or
making
is lip synced like 3 different Taylor Swift songs.
yeah.
Oh,
It's like-
also, we have a new YouTube video up. If anybody wants to go watch that, it's pretty entertaining.
I do. I'm making a whole nother YouTube channel.
do you guys have a YouTube channel?
I have a YouTube channel, has one video on it, which is the video that I just put out. And it's going to be, I feel so weird saying it. It's just going to be like me pissing my pants in different places.
Okay.
Think
All
of it.
right.
They're both like, what the fuck?
What's the channel name?
It's just Autumn South.
Oh, okay.
You'll find it eventually. But like, I was looking at, we were just like trying to come up because that's a thing. Like that's a big thing in the adult industry. Like people doing that, like whether they be clothed or non-clothed. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it out. Like, let me put one on the hub. Let's see what happens. Whatever. I only put it up a couple hours ago, but I was like, can I put this on YouTube? Like, I'm fully clothed. I'm not doing anything. Whatever. Can I put this on YouTube? And I was looking it up, like looking at other people doing the exact same thing. I was like, this is gold. We are going to make a page and that's all we're going to do. That's it. We're going to do like just beside the car, like in the bathroom, in the shower, just anywhere. As long as you have clothes on, like people, I don't know. Who knows? Hopefully it'll make me millions.
Hey. If someone's getting their kink on watching it, then hey, more power to them. So I guess.
I mean, it can't be any worse than like the pantyhose girl, the girl with the pantyhose.
Yeah.
She just wears straight like pantyhose as bottoms to the point of where like you can't see anything, but it's just like these black sheer pantyhose, and it's her like ironing. But the way that the camera angle is, it's like down this way, so you can see everything here, and she'll be like cutting vegetables, like cutting potatoes,
Interesting.
or like ironing, and it's just
The one that got me, I was looking at some of the same things for research purposes, and there's actually a toy review girl who does it in sheer stockings, marketed to children, and you can see straight through her stockings.
Okay. Awesome Sauce Radio is going to be doing a video once a month now where it's called Spanking Comic Book Trivia. We're going to have a girl in a clothed cosplay costume.
okay.
I'm going to ask her comic book questions for everyone she gets along. Her bottom gets a spank.
That's a good idea.
We're gonna test this out.
I mean,
Is it actually piss that is the question? Which question? Question from
I
us or
mean,
question from you?
JB, mine definitely was. It 100% was. I had to give the full effect. I had to take the character 100% there. So of course it was.
Some of the videos, I believe it is. Yeah, because it's hard to fake that, like when you're doing it live.
Yeah, that's gotta be hard to say.
So, if you give me a latitude for a second, I got to hear your guys' opinion on this because we have this discussion with some other people that I do podcasts with. I don't know if you guys saw the thing. I don't even remember her name. The girl that was selling bottled farts that had to go to the hospital
I
that?
knew this was going to come
All right.
up on Awesome Sauce Radio again.
All right. Now, here's the thing. My wife and I were talking about this too. And it's like, okay, we're like, okay, she's making money selling ball farm, whatever. She's making money. But I was like, the thing that gets me is like, I think that we, the male species, we need to have a confab here and start talking about how we're spending our money, because what the hell is going on? You know? So,
Yeah, like hand parts and vagina flakes and weird stuff.
Oh, that's the best ones.
And the bath water and all of that crap. I'm like,
did I tell you guys? I told you guys about the face cream one where the girl, she was like coming and then putting her cum inside of men's face cream, selling that online, and then was like, so that way you can smell like my, you know, you can smell like my kitty cat all day long. Like, ew, do you want that on your face? I mean, you want that on your face, but like in a cream. I was just like,
without giving away too much information, I will say that makes more sense to me in some sense than like the bath water. I'm like, what the hell are you doing with used bath water?
Now on Autumn's store, on her store, you can buy these little eggs right here that we have.
All right, he's gonna tell you about the love eggs. Okay.
These are Autumn South love eggs.
Okay.
Go to autumnsouth.com store.
You can buy them.
She puts them in her.
They're like Benoit balls. So you put them inside of you and keep them there for however long you decide that you want or whatever. And then I'll take them out and just package them up and send them to you.
In the traditional Benoit balls place?
No, they're like the actual, it's just like different
stones. They're called Nani eggs.
Nani eggs is what they're called. Like they make bigger ones with like strings on them, I guess, so that you can like pull them out or whatever. But I was like, I want to market that. Like I want everybody to have one. Like they can just. Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, I think it would be cool. I haven't sold any yet, so.
I do have to say that these are options that I don't think are available to men. It's like if I was wearing a cock ring, I don't think anybody would pay for my used cock ring. I really don't think they would. I just don't think it would happen.
We would not be trying to experiment here on Awesome Sauce Radio.
No, I'm just putting it out there. It's like I don't think that is an option for me. You know.
Well, how many men have asked for your used panties after you make a video?
Yeah, like, let me get you. That's because women, they're like, what am I going to do? Like, they'd be like, what are we going to do with this? What am I going to do with these underwear? They probably smell like ass and dirty nuts. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, but then again, my underwear, like, wouldn't it smell like ass and pussy? But I guess that's fine.
It's all on us guys, man. It's like,
you know what? If there's a market for it, then I say, why not? People can make their paper. Go for it.
I gotta say, in this case, I think women have more sense than guys do a lot of times, and I'll just put it out there. You know?
I mean, if I could market my farts and put them in a jar and sell it, I would totally do it. But
absolutely,
nobody want to buy that.
I've got old underwear that's got holes in it. If somebody wanted to buy them, man, you can buy them.
No, same here.
I mean, we could put them on eBay and be like, you know, put a famous person's name in front of it and be like, so it's like Brad Pitt's used underwear.
Oh, can we get like a black turtleneck and be like worn by Steve Jobs and then just see what happens? Like a turtleneck boy.
Steve Jobs was one of my heroes. It's still too soon on that one.
Just promise me one thing, Autumn and the manager. Don't go the goop route and put out any pussy-scented candles that blow up on people, okay? Just, yeah. All right. You know,
I have a question for Autumn and the manager.
Yes.
So, you know, what is the adult scene like up in Maryland?
It sucks.
It's not.
All right. So, when you guys shoot your content, are you guys doing it in Maryland or are you guys traveling?
Most of the time we have to travel. I have to go places because there's nobody. It's a lot of nobody leaves the town that I'm in. So it's literally the people that I see every single day are like people that I went to high school with. They all know that I make porn. They're all like, oh my God, I could never do what you do. I'm like, are you sure? Come here. I'll show you. Like, do you want to make money? Come with me. And then nobody. Like no, my parents, people are so very like closed-minded around here that it's almost impossible. Like you just have to go someplace where. What was it?
I said that the Big Apple has like a pretty limited scene at the moment.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm just trying to like, explore other options.
Most of the models and everything have moved to Florida. From what I've been hearing from like industry people, a lot of people that were in California are now moving to Florida. A lot of them used to live over in like the Venice area and everything like that. Businesses are shutting down out that way. There's, from what I saw recently, basically Venice Beach has turned into a homeless camp. And some of these
really?
Some of the businesses that were there, they had to shut down because there were so many homeless people there that people didn't want to come into their business. So that just kind of killed the area. And a lot of people have been leaving.
I will tell you, I live out here. Venice Beach and downtown LA are so bad. A guy was going into his business the other day. Well, not the other day. It was like last year, and got bit by a homeless person and ended up having to be in the hospital for a week.
Oh wow!
Holy shit!
Just a whole bite.
That's like some video game shit where they're like
that's like
turning
Walking
into
Dead
zombies.
shit.
See,
that was that bath salts.
I know that the big studios, like the adult entertainment studios, used to be all in Burbank, and that was the big joke, that we used to have, like coming out of high school, is when somebody would say they were moving to Burbank, we'd all be like, we give them the raised eyebrow, it's like, oh, you're moving to Burbank, huh? But
yeah.
Speaking of Burbank, we just got off of a meeting a little while ago with the guys from Tornado, and Tornado is going to be filmed in Burbank at a studio.
Oh, wow.
What we're doing is we're renting a studio that has this technology that's it's called Unreal technology. So basically what they use for video games.
Yeah, it's the Unreal Engine. Basically.
Yeah, so
Tornado update here on Awesome Sauce Radio. What's up, Alien Rob?
Yeah, so it's going to be able to
we love our
track us in real time inside of the movie. They'll be able to put all sorts of different cool effects and stuff in there. It's going to be a really, really awesome thing.
Oh, that's cool. So you're guys going to have a digital backgrounds, a digital scenes or settings.
Yeah, it's more feasible to do it that way. Because of COVID and everything still going on, it's kind of a nightmare logistically to have everybody building sets, all this crew and everything around constantly doing things. Yeah. So if we make it as simple as possible, then it'll be a lot easier that way.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a different look too, depending on how they do the graphics, but that could be pretty cool, Yeah. That might be the future, especially if you want to do it VR experience off of Tornado or something like that. Well,
even actually The Mandalorian was filmed in the same way now. Like they used these big LED screens behind them, and it was just like a huge LED studio, and they filmed it that way, and they could just live change out the scenes right there, and all they had to do was bring in their practical stuff for the front of the scene, and that was it. So we're going to try to do that the same way.
Very cool.
Awesome.
And you guys are going to be out. You guys are going to be out here in Burbank?
Yep.
When is that going to be?
We're getting everything finalized right now. I don't have exact dates yet, but it's going to be soon, within this year.
Well, if you guys are interested, when you come out here, drop me it's a little bit of a drive, but we could meet and I'll take you out for some Mexican food. So
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Amazon stuff.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, like I said, I normally get the updates from Rob on Thursday, so I guess this was discussed tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, we just got off the phone with Evan.
Production meetings on Wednesdays.
I'm down to come get scanned. Cool.
Come get scanned. Oh, in the metaverse? Are we going to the meta? Is that what we're doing?
Speaking of metaverse,
I want to be scanned. I want to be a virtual girlfriend. I've been saying that forever, but
VR.
I want to be that virtual
girlfriend. What do you guys think about the concept of VR comics? Like you get put into the scene.
That's a great idea. I've never even thought of that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
that
came out of my brain. Like, has anybody even thought of that?
Like
not that I
you
know
would
of.
almost have to like scan it, like also like buy the comic book, and then like scan something on the comic book to take you into like where you need to be.
Well, just think about it. Like they could do it as like those the games where you basically like choose your fate type things where it's not so much action that you're doing, but like you press A to go this way or press B to go this way.
Do you want to eat the lobster or jump off a building?
So
like pick one.
They could do like a comic book theme of like any comic book, say like Batman or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, do you go this way or this way? And then like whatever you choose plays out the next scene that's coming in the comic.
That would be a really cool idea. And you don't even, I mean, you could have it at different levels because you could do a 3D panel where it doesn't even have to have motion necessarily. You're just stepping into the panel and you can look all around and everything.
Yeah, you just like see what's going on.
Yeah.
And then it would just queue up like the next scene with whichever one you like, whichever option you chose.
So does anybody remember the game for, I believe it was Sega Genesis? It was called Comics Zone.
Yep. With Mr. Happy?
Yes.
Is that the one where like you drop down through the strips?
Yeah, that is.
Oh, that you showed me, and I was like, this game is so fun.
It's so meta. I mean, meta in not metaverse way, but just meta. And did you ever see it, Adam? Comics?
I rarely remember it. Like when that version of Sega was coming out, I was just getting out of video games.
The superhero got dissed all the time by the happy face on his costume.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, and then there's like a Conan level, and there's like
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Conan
level. And he's wearing, and so it's now instead of like a superhero emblem, the happy face turns into like a talisman, and there's all these different levels.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, it's absolutely great. It's if you like that, there was also a game for, I think it was PlayStation 2, the Ultimate Spider-Man game. It was Ultimate Spider-Man, and it had the same thing where like you would fight, and you could like you punch Venom at one point, or Venom punches you, and you like travel through, you're breaking through panels, as you're fighting and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That kind of sounds like the Transformers game that I actually bought for my son for PS2. You would like drop into this world and then start like fighting. All of a sudden, you get punched and you just fly through like 30 buildings, and you'd be like, "Where am I?"
Yeah. I think that's a great that VR idea for a comics game is really cool, and I may steal that idea. I can't develop it, but I may steal that idea. I'll give you credit, and we'll figure something out. But man, if the comics company I work for ever gets enough capital, then we could do something like that. That'd be freaking awesome.
I think it would be a sweet concept.
I'd love to have one of my comics where you could step into the panel and look around and
and just see you. Yeah, like could you imagine like even if it was like you were just in the panel and like just watching it, and it was just like the scene was just like unfolding in front of you, and even like the bubbles pop up and you saw all the words and stuff, and you're just like watching.
Yeah,
like that would be kind of cool too. Just like having just like an experience where you don't have to do anything. You're just like a little kid, like I'm in a comic book, which I would be like, yes.
Imagine like everybody's dream coming true, being like put into the comic instantly, and you're just like, holy shit.
I'm just gonna sit here and be like, I'm just gonna observe by.
And then just to think of all the different vibes you could get. I mean, you could go to a Superman comic and have one experience. You could go into a X-Men comic and have another experience. You could go to
a Daredevil comic and have a totally different experience.
And then go into a Vampirella comic and have that experience,
Yeah. go into a Strangers in Paradise or a Cherry Pop-Tart and have a different experience too.
Yeah, and then like you could do some like horror ones. Like the whole different like horror genres. You could do any of like the indie stuff, like the creepy stuff, like make everything black and white, like the comic book is, you know what I mean?
All right, listen up, Marvel and DC. If you're watching this, don't you steal it, you bastards.
We are all gonna get notifications on our phone tomorrow. We'll be scrolling through the Facebook, and it'll be like first ever.
Yeah.
And we'll be like, damn, they.
I just want to give a shout out to Heritage Auctions. He's having a really cool Beavis and Butthead auction.
Let me show
Dave,
this.
please pull that up.
Yeah, hold on. And just FYI, we got Mr. Fushima is standing by in the green room when we're ready for that as well. So
he is here.
So yeah, look at that. Beavis and Butthead.
These are from the from Whom the Bells Tells when they're making where they're really pumping out Metallica and Beavis and Butthead are going nuts. I actually think I'm gonna bid. I've never done a heritage auction before, but I think I actually might just pop my cherry and actually go after this.
I am Cornholio.
I need TV for my bunghole. I mean, do not make my bunghole angry. TV for my bunghole.
Oh, and even though I like Beavis and Butthead, to me the greatest thing that come out of that was King of the Hill. You know that they got Hank Hill to come out of there.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
No, they actually did a final season in 2011 where instead of them doing music videos, they're making fun of the Jersey Shore and Teen Mom.
Yeah, like I feel like I feel like they brought them back recently for something where they were just like sitting on their couches, just going like, "This fucking sucks" or something. I forget what it was.
Oh.
Like sometimes they just bring them back, like to have. Was it during like a Super Bowl or something?
It might have been. I know they did something with the
It
Grammys or the
like
Oscars.
something.
I remember seeing something on YouTube where they were making fun of like the new rap that's coming.
Yeah,
out.
it's like something. They're like, "This is trash." You know how they are. Like,
or I saw the bagging on like Coldplay or something too, or something like that. You know, it was just...
This sucks.
Every now and then, Mike Judge, and if anyone can help me book Mike Judge for the show, I will reward you handsomely. I wouldn't have a podcast if it wasn't for watching Beavis and Butthead grow up.
My two favorite non-comic animated shows of all time: King of the Hill and Futurama. So you know,
Did you hear that Futurama's coming back?
Are you serious?
Hulu, it was just announced today that Hulu's bringing it back for like 20 episodes.
Don't tease me! Don't tease me!
Look, Google it.
Oh man,
Futurama's coming back.
Take
I
my
really
damn
like that
money.
series that we watched, Love, Sex, and Robots. I think
Oh,
it was
y'all on Netflix.
Yeah, that was so
If
good.
you have not watched it, go to Netflix.
What is it called?
It's called Love, Sex, Robots.
All right, I will check it out.
And it is freaking hilarious because it's just like short clips of different things, like people's, you know, different creations. They're like little artistic shorts, I guess, or whatever. And the one, like, it's the future, and there's these cats, and they're like purring, and the robots are petting them. They're like, if you don't stop petting it, it'll explode. And like the name of the robot is like Xbox 4,000 million, like something like that. Like,
yeah, it like instantly Googled what they were, and it was like the internet says if you stop petting these, they'll explode. So they were just like petting it through the whole episode. Like,
I'll tell you, after seeing what's going on in Japan, I think robosexuality from Futurama is going to become a thing in the future. So,
Okay.
oh, yeah,
There's going to be literal robot porn.
yes.
a robot.
I mean,
That's gonna be the
have you
first
seen
thing.
the sex dolls at Exotica? The ones that move back and forth and like do all the crazy stuff. It's
I
pretty
saw them
much-
at AVN. I did not see them at Exotica back in October.
They just need to work on the way that they feel. If they
Yeah, their
can
toes
do
need
something
balance.
different with the way that they feel, because it's like their fingers don't have any bones in them, so they just jiggle there. Like their toes just flop. Like it's like some weird squishy toy, and like, you know, it just feels like silicone, but their like limbs don't have any, so they just like flop there.
Is Chillin' Cornbread still in the green room?
What's that?
Is Lucas still in the green room?
Yeah.
Chitlins.
Lucas, what are you waiting on an engraved invitation?
Want me to bring Lucas in?
Yeah, bring him in, man.
Chitlins.
There he is.
Aussie chitlins.
He was waiting. He was.
Well,
waiting
y'all
to
was just
jump in
having so
on
much fun without me.
The robosexual conversation. So
Yeah, I think we bring him right on time.
Yeah, I'm out on that. So here's what I see what's going to happen. Right, it's going to be so expensive that only like the truly depraved are going to, like, the people who don't have wives are going to like be all over it, right?
The
And
rich
then when it
guys,
becomes
like rich millionaires.
exactly, because look at
Put a lot of
the
high
real.
escorts out of work.
well, look at the real life dolls, man. They're like $5,000, right? So only
Mark
like
Zuckerberg.
yes, yeah. So so like
The
only the
pod
real
person.
yes. I mean, so only the and then when it finally becomes cheap enough, uh, everybody, every fucking full American blooded male is going to have one, and then what's going to become the new thing after that? Real pussy, right? Real pussy is going to become a premium because nobody's going to want to leave their house because they got the fucking robots and machines and everything they can just freaking chill in the house with. So people are gonna pay more money for a real life flesh woman to be out with.
Well, the doll that we have, a company that they sent it to us to make a video, it is.
Mhm.
I hate it.
All I will say is that as someone who writes science fiction as well, I should have known that we would have sex dolls, sex robots before we had flying cars. I should have known.
Exactly.
Sex rules.
No, I mean flying cars are a thing. It's too expensive.
Well, I know, but I'm telling you, before flying cars become mainstream, sex dolls will have been around for 150 years.
So you get weird science is going to beat the Jetsons to reality.
Exactly. Like it's like lifting up a full because even if
Should I go get it?
Yeah.
it has
Bring it out.
clothes on, it has a Nirvana shirt on.
The two things that drive technology in human society are sex and war. It's one of the two things.
And that's like sex and money. It's just those two things only. Because like if you can't get it with money, you can get it with sex. If you can't get it with sex, you can definitely get it with money.
Yeah,
like,
take that for what you will, but you look back at history, with great technological advances in our society come usually out of war or sex.
so that would be power, sex, and money.
Yeah.
Yeah. First comes the
Yeah, look.
Then comes the money.
This is Karen.
They didn't even finish her legs?
No, she's just a torso. She's like 50 pounds.
65. I weighed her.
Oh wow.
Look.
So,
So what? No head?
You can barely hold her
She's
out.
got no head and no legs.
Oh, it's just she doesn't have a bra on. Don't take her shirt off. But like,
yeah, she does have one.
All right, we're making what are we making, the Nubs doll here?
But here is the butt.
All right.
like it's
But yeah, it's just like a thing of fucking silicone.
look, he's like out of breath because he's
I'm like,
It's so
I'm like,
Because
because I mean, I get the real dolls, right? I get that, but
This is when you just you have no pretense.
you kinda have
you don't
to-
even want to
like, yeah, I
pretend.
don't. It's not even like.
And see, like they didn't design them very well because we put lingerie on it and it
it's
leaked through, like the dye from the lingerie.
like what a silicone like phone case would feel like. Like that's what it feels like. But
Okay.
it's so weird.
But I don't feel like fucking my phone, so I don't know what the fuck.
Wait, you never had phone sex?
God.
Shout out to Knifeport.
Hey, I have a
Yeah, I guess
site
we're gonna-
for that.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to change the name of that
Porn
now,
star.com.
man, because of all the technology that's happening. You can't call it phone sex anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus.
true that.
Well,
Dude,
takes all kinds.
I spent the a couple nights ago calling I called 1-800-boner. I called it was like 1-800-555 cunt, 1-800-555 sex. Like I was calling all of these like old school numbers, and it was like the girls on there. I was like, I'm here for you all night. I'm like, still after so long.
Wait,
all
so
the same.
why were you calling these numbers for research, or just?
Okay, I found a picture from an old ass like Hustler magazine, and I looked on the back of it, and there's just like, late night phone sex, late night, and I was like, do these still exist? So I'm calling them.
For late night phone sex.
So somebody is still picking up the phone.
No,
So
it's
that means
just it's just a recording of like
Do you think it's the same people from 30 years ago? She's like,
yeah, like, oh baby, call me now. I'm so hot for you. I'm only one click away. Like shit like that. And I'm like, who's picking up? I want to answer them. I want to be like, where are you at? You in your pajamas?
we should have a show where you follow through and see if there's actually anybody on the other line,
I
because
I need to be like, who's your employer?
Yeah, like
Cannot speak to
who
them. I'm
do
gonna.
you, is your phone
Operators
going
are
to get
standing
charged for
by.
that shit? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know, because
Like,
Knife Flirt is still in business.
And then it'll be me on the other end, just like answering the call.
You know, it'd be funny. I don't know that anybody would pay for this, but when I was in the Army, when we were really bored and we would get drunk in the barracks, one of the things we would do is someone would inevitably break out the penthouse and we would drunk read the penthouse form letters, you know? You know, so it was hilarious because, you know, every penthouse form letter always tries to say, I never thought this would happen to me, but, you know, and then the whole thing. So,
You know, my favorite thing in whenever I used to look at Playboys was like the comic strips that they had in those bitches. Those were my
oh, yeah.
those are my favorite ones because it's like the way that they used to look then, the way they do now, like the anime, like the hentai characters with the like big tits and all the wetness and everything. Like that's how it looked, but like it was so before its time, and they were just like little strips hidden in Playboy magazines. I'm like, these are awesome. I love these.
Hey, there's some like mainstream artists who got that start doing
Yeah,
Playboy
like those were like
comics.
way before its time because they had some really cool like artists and stuff working on that stuff, and like I'm like, that's what that shit looks like now. It was just
people
before.
don't remember is that you Hefner wanted to be a comic book artist originally before you started Playboy.
Who was it? Who was the guest you had, Adam, that was so interesting that had the Japanese Playboy that had Spider-Man in
Robert,
it?
shout out to Robert Forum, the
Yeah.
Mano Forum Comics.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Japanese Playboy would probably be so cool.
And it had Spider-Man
Yeah,
comics in it.
Back in
Marvel.
the late 70s, they had reprints of actual Spider-Man comics in
Now I
Playboy.
want to go look this up.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like you
Yeah.
read Spider-Man and then you turn the page and you know you had
that's what
all
you
the
see about
action going on.
Japanese
And,
titties.
yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Well, that was
love
the
that.
yeah, that was like the first appearance of was it Jackie Chan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. He's like, yeah, I got the first appearance of Jackie Chan. I was like, okay, I don't think that's a collectible thing that people are going after, but okay. It was like, okay, yeah, I'm with you. You got first appearance of Jackie Chan, and he was like, oh, and look, Japanese titties. I was like, oh shit, the fuck.
Okay, whatever.
That's awesome. Spider-Man,
Well,
Jackie Chan,
not only
Japanese
that,
titties,
we used to,
Japanese.
all
Try to-
one milk pop culture
All
milkshake.
in one
Try to fuck
thing.
our YouTube algorithm all up, man. Like shit.
the Army lost all this stuff, you know, a long time ago. But when I was growing up, we would head on down to Tijuana and pick up Mexican version of Spider-Man comics, and they drew it completely different down there. And in Mexico, they like Gwen Stacy more than MJ. So Gwen Stacy was Peter Parker's girlfriend, and she was drawn with that. I mean, she was thick. She got that thick ass, and it was hanging out of her shorts and everything. I mean, I'm talking, it was full on telenovela going on in Mexican Spider-Man. And she was, I mean, everybody in Mexican comics loved Gwen Stacy, and she was a sex kitten in the comics, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
And if you want to make money with those, I mean, those things like, are hard to find.
Yeah, and Marvel is so pissed off, like Disney, because some people were reprinting him here last year without Marvel's permission. And
Yeah, they were exclusives at the La Mole convention out in Mexico, where there was a foil, and then there was a normal version of it, and they go for about like $100 a pop.
Yeah, Disney Marvel has tried to bury that so much, and people in the United States want to get their hands on it so bad. And I had all of them, and the U.S. government lost them. Bastards. Bastards.
They lost them.
Hey, can either you or Lucas please find me an image of Batman number 92, the punchline cover?
I'll work on it if Lucas wants to do his thing.
Yeah. No, yeah. Go ahead and do your thing, man. Freaking, I'm just.
I guess if you need another minute to.
What do you need,
So I
Batman?
want to know if Autumn can pull off a cosplay or not.
Batman 92?
Yeah, it's the punchline cover.
Oh, okay.
Just like a good picture of punchline, real quick.
You just want a good picture of Punchline?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, damn you, Google.
Oh no, there's a software update.
You know, because one of the days we're gonna get together and do some really cool PR shots for the podcast.
We need to do that.
Yep.
Do we cosplay as like a group?
Yeah, I
I
guess
feel
we
like
could
we
do
should
that.
do that. We should do normal ones, and then we should also do cosplay ones.
As long as you don't do Centipede, you'll be alright.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Oh, why? Why?
That's all I can
Just
think
throwing
about
out
that.
there.
It's not the actual movie, but the South Park spoof of that.
I will say though, I'm definitely excited about the idea you guys coming out and me getting you guys some Mexican food. I know a ton of great Mexican places. Plus, whatever other food you want. So yeah.
Look, Nemesis. I know you mean well, man, but if I don't roll up and there's not a dog on a roof and like freaking like poles coming out the motherfucker, right? And like some fucking like just kids barefoot like running back and forth in the streets, man. I don't fucking trust that food.
All right, there we go. There she is. I got her up for you, Adam.
All right, cool. Anna, do you think you could pull that cosplay off?
Oh yeah, definitely for sure.
You're gonna have to spend some funds, man, because like her whole
definitely,
body lace
man.
is like leather, man.
Yeah, this would have to be like you could do that with leather, or you could just like fucking paint yourself with like the leather over top of it, and then just paint your skin purple.
Or just paint her.
You're not. No. We're not having. Wait, are we talking to go outside or just take photos or some shit?
Just take photos and whatnot.
Okay, because I was just about to say because I'm not trying to have you out in
No,
fucking
I'm not gonna
conventions
get banned from conventions, left.
Fuck yeah, no, it ain't even being about being banned from conventions. So fucking crazy ass fucking comic nerds to fucking follow you to fuck home, man.
So now that
like, don't some of those comic girls like they paint the whole outfit on? That would be cool.
That would be cool for definitely for like the photos and everything, but not the conventions. Man, freaking because look, I be rolling into some of these conventions, man, and some of these vampirillas be out there, man, fucking be trying to fuck up my marriage, man, because my wife is looking to see if I'm looking like I didn't see that fat ass from like a whole fucking block away.
You would never make it at
Adam's eyes for 5 minutes.
She's giving you the side eye over there, making sure that you're not looking.
See what I'm seeing? Like, bitch, I already saw her. So,
you need to come to Exotica.
Well,
yes.
I will say this.
April 30th for May 1st in Chicago.
Since Lucas took a shot at the wonderful Mexican food out here in California, I remember when I was back on the East Coast, and these guys were like, "Look, we're going to take you out for Mexican food." I was a boy from California, just coming back there for the first time.
It's not the same.
You guys don't have Mexican food on the East Coast. Well, they're like, we got to take this place. We went to this chain. Now, I hope you get this joke. If not, I'll explain it. They're like, you got to go to this place. It's called Chi-Chi's.
Yeah.
I hate Chi-Chi's.
Do you know what Chi-Chi's
you
are?
Chi-Chi's was Mexican.
Tetas, it's tits.
That's a disgrace.
In Mexican slang, yeah. And I was like, excuse me, where are we going? We're going to eat at Chi-Chi's. I was like, you sure you're not taking me to a strip club?
Oh man.
Like Chi-Chi's. Like it has to be like one of those ones that's like a hole in the wall.
Oh.
We got one that's painted here. We got one that's painted bright orange. They painted the whole building bright orange for some fucking reason.
And the
Nemesis. What about Peppa?
Yeah.
Peppa the pig, right?
Yeah.
You guys know what Peppa is?
Mm-mm.
It's pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a cartoon called Peppa the Pig.
Yeah, or Verga and Pinoche. Yeah. That's not gonna.
So wait, Peppa?
Peppa.
Peppa.
Okay, yep.
Yeah. But the follow up to the Chi-Chi
So Peppa Pig.
It's pussy.
Yeah.
It's pussy pig. No wonder.
My wife is a teacher, and she laughs her ass off at that all the time. So she's fast forward 20 years, and this new guy comes in to teach at the school, and he's in the teacher's lounge. This guy, and he's from the East Coast, and they're talking about Mexican food. He's like, "Oh, I love Mexican food. There's a place I go to all the time. It's like Chi-Chi's. I love Chi-Chi's. I always go in and find some Chi-Chi's." And everyone's looking at him because they know what Chi-Chi's are. They're like, "I bet you do love Chi-Chi's." He said the teacher's lounge talked about Chi-Chi's.
Hey.
That's great.
So
Well, it's
question.
like it's like no, it's the same difference. Like my Spanish, which is like a lot of Nigerian Spanish, which is kind of mixed with like Spanish from Spain.
Yeah.
And the first time I went to talk to my father-in-law, and I was trying to explain to him that, hey, I am going to take your daughter out and probably going to get married, which is like, hey, ya voy por tu hija, me voy a cogerla, right? It's to pick her up and take her out, right? But in Mexican slang, coger is fuck. That means I basically said, hey, I'm coming here, I'm gonna take her out, and I'm gonna fuck your daughter. That's basically what I.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
So
Well,
I
it's
have a
like,
question about tacos on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Do they use pork or beef?
Either one.
Either one, or chicken, or there's
Lengua,
also lengua, yeah, which is
lengua,
tongue.
cabeza,
Yeah.
Because
freaking
I feel like
birria,
And,
I feel like
al
a pork
pastor.
taco is more authentic than a beef taco.
well, if it's
No
pork,
such
you're
thing.
usually getting carnitas,
Okay.
which is cooked pork cooked a certain way. The only thing you don't get for authentic
Cheese.
tacos, well, or you don't get ground beef.
Yeah.
That little ball shit, like
That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like that?
Yeah, you'll get, if you're getting pork, like we make it in our house all the time. We make shredded or beef. We make shredded beef, and what you do is you put the beef in a crock pot, and you throw chicken stock in there and some seasoning, and everything, and then you let that shit cook for like a day. And
Yeah,
then pull
so
it
it's
apart.
like-
So, yeah,
All right. That's what we're doing next time we have tacos.
So
Yeah.
then you can like shred it and put it in there. Yeah.
yeah.
It's not like something in ground beef
Yeah.
they put in a pan and like put some
If,
taco.
if,
food.
if
And
you're
there's
feeling
no such thing as fucking hard tacos, man.
no,
If they give you a fucking hard taco, that shit is spoiled.
yeah.
That's all there is.
I
Man.
hate it.
And not only that,
True that.
not only that, true street tacos, you get 2 tortillas. So you get 2 corn tortillas, so, and it has to be corn. Flour is bullshit too. Flour is for flautas or for burritos or something like that, so.
I mean, different cities do different things.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it all depends on what you want, man. If you're
But-
trying to freaking lose weight, you freaking,
Well,
you go with
that's true.
the flour, man. Not the flour, the ground shit. But
I would say if
Either
you're
way,
trying to
man.
lose
order the
weight,
same
don't.
thing, so I
don't-
never get anything
Yeah,
different.
if you're trying to lose weight, don't eat Mexican food. That's my. You ever seen us Mexicans as we get bigger? Our legs stay small and our bellies keep getting bigger and bigger. So it's like,
Yeah,
But-
I don't eat Mexican food all the time. I just eat,
Oh.
some quesadillas. I eat quesadillas.
banging.
I'm a Jimmy
Dang,
Chunga
right.
guy.
if you ever feel adventurous, I don't know if Lucas knows this. One of the things I love that the rest of my family doesn't, so we don't eat it that often, is mole. You ever had
Mole.
mole?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All the time.
Mole
Yeah,
is
good stuff.
is a Mexican sauce made from unsweetened chocolate with chili peppers and garlic and spices in it.
Ooh,
So
I feel like
freaking
that
good.
sounds delicious. Yeah, that sounds good.
It is, but
like what do you put it on?
Usually you put it on rice or like long cooked chicken and rice. You can put it on a bunch of things. You can make enchiladas out of mole. You made
Oh,
mole
yeah.
enchiladas. Yeah.
That sounds.
Put it just on
delicious.
some like regular rice. That would probably be.
Yeah.
you
My
was talking about
actual
you was
favorite
talking about adventures. I thought you was about to start breaking out the menudo.
Oh, the menudo is for hangovers, man. So
There's nothing that can cure hangover like cow's asshole.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ultra
Hey,
Maximus
Diego,
says Ultra Maximus saying blind Adam and crew in the house.
what's up,
So-
Ultra? What's going on, baby?
Amazon
Yeah.
stop. Ultra
Menudo.
Maximus, the Wednesday night pressure coming up like around midnight-ish.
I hate menudo, but but I like pozole. So but pozole is more Central American. Pozole is basically Spanish for throw it in the pot. So, it's like whatever
Hey,
you
but
got,
when you
just
do
throw
it
in the
right-
pot.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, when you do it right though, it's good as fuck.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but
Everyone
there's
also
times it's
please
freaked me
follow
out.
Ultra Maximus as well, please.
I was in the street, I was in downtown LA and was hungry and went and got some street food and they had pozole. And it took me back. I almost lost my cool for a second because I'm sitting there eating and then a fisheye floated up in my pozole. So I was like, oh shit, this is authentic. You know?
I wasn't ready.
Yeah. It was like, I was like, that's Central American. That's not Mexican. We don't, maybe down by Mazatlan they eat fish, but I've never seen that shit. I was like,
they just chop the heads off.
Yeah.
Got a couple heads I'll throw in here. So well, they probably make you use the heads to make like the stock.
Oh yeah, it gives a lot of flavor and stuff. So
or whatever.
Guatemala. I mean, I tell you, like that's one of the things I love about LA is that you got all of the Latin America cuisine and it's different. Like Peruvian food is freaking amazing. Bolivian food, Guatemalan food. I mean, Brazilian. Have you ever been to a Brazilian steakhouse?
No, but I
would
love.
Holy shit! Just don't eat for a day and go to a Brazilian steakhouse because they just keep bringing meat, and it's the best meat you've ever had in your life.
Get pegged for the first time, I guess.
Is that like one of those places where they like have it on a big thing and they just
they cook it on they cook it on swords, like it looks like a sword. They come and you have this little thing on your table. It's like red light, green light, and you turn it up to green light. And people just keep coming and be like, you want some of this meat? And you're just like, you got the meat sweats after about 20 minutes. And then you're just comatose like a half hour later. So.
Look, there's nothing like leaving out of the club at a Saturday, 2 o'clock on a Saturday morning. Freaking boom, right there as some street meat. You fucking get your street meat. 2 for $1, by the way. Right behind you is a fucking vendor who's got like the fucking tecate ready for you, right? You fucking do that, you pan a couple of those, then you fucking find your little $10, $15 hotel room and you pass out for the rest of the fucking day, man. That's Tijuana.
I don't want to give, Tijuana is a whole experience.
See, I don't want to give that sounds so fun. I want to do that. That sounds like so much fun. Like
it's ridiculous.
The only thing is, unless you're prepared, you need to be prepared for some other things too. Like when I was an officer in El Paso, an Army officer. I had to go down and bail dudes out at Juarez all the time because they get arrested because they would end up going to a club and get drunk and then get in a taxi and then get rolled and get arrested. But the crazy part is the first time I went down there, I wasn't prepared. So I'm driving along. I walked over the bridge. I parked my car because if you drive your car over, that's a whole mess. And this little kid, he was like 14 years old, comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, you want to go to a bar?" I was like, "No, man, I'm going to the jail." He's like, "Do you want to get drunk?" He's like, "No." He's like, "You want drugs?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Do you want weapons?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Weapons?" I was like, "No." So I'm almost leaving the kid because he's like, "Girl and donkey show?" I'm like, "What the fuck?"
He's trying to get your money at anything.
Okay, Awesome Sauce Radio tour to Tijuana for a donkey show. 2022, 2024.
Like we can all go. One will pay for weapons.
And he would be and he could have delivered on that too, man.
Like
hey,
what
you
else
can finally snort cocaine off a stripper's ass.
Yeah. Here we go. Ultra Maximus said they got Brazilian steak buffet down in Orlando. Yeah, you're lucky, man. Good stuff.
I do.
That stuff is awesome. Yeah, Tijuana is a whole other thing, but not that I want to give anyone any suggestions, but for an adult entertainment movie, wouldn't Street Meat be an interesting title? So
yeah, like
I don't know. I'm still trying to get over Monkey Meat. That's the title.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. So
it'd be funny, like just going, having everything right there. Well,
it is like everything's right there. Like
you just be partying and then you want to go outside. And
there is like a good.
I was snorting cocaine off of a stripper's ass right now. I apologize.
Well, I mean that might be on the street. You never know.
That almost happened at Exotic.
One of these days, I will say, and this is not necessarily a sex thing. I just want to. I mean, I would be perfectly fine with my wife doing this in Japan. I want to eat sushi off a woman. I want to try that. I want to have that.
Yeah,
experience.
like just.
So you're talking about going to. So you're talking about going to the soap show.
Yeah, I don't know. What is that? I don't even know what you're talking about. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know about the soap show?
No.
brother.
What's the
Go to
soap?
Okinawa. Go to the soap show. So all right. So we're talking about strip clubs. Soap show is kind of their version of it, right? Where they try and hide certain things, but with
That's what I said. Do
suds
they
and
have a
everything.
version of a strip club like in Japan?
Right,
Do they have?
but the places that you would really want to go to that are a little bit more high end, they have the soap show, and that's what it's all about, right? And they're trying to, you got the guy who's running out there throwing suds out there, freaking trying to make but you see everything that you need to see. I'll make it happen
Someone,
for Adam Exotica.
yeah, someone's gonna make something happen for you, Adam. I don't know which thing we're talking about though. I don't know if it's the sushi or the girl and donkey show, but
The girl with the donkey show.
All right, we'll do the donkey show.
I
then we'll
mean,
go do
I
some
feel like
sushi, we'll do it all.
Some of those people at Exotica would pretty much do whatever if you paid them
Yep.
enough money for it.
Exotica, April 30th from May 1st in Chicago.
I would just like to that experience. It's like I want to go to Japan so bad. I mean, one of these days I want to get over there. I just have,
Yeah, I want to go over there. I want to, yeah. Like, I even want to just go venture, like, where they have, like, all those, like, creepy vending machines with just, like, a bunch of random shit in there.
Panties,
I just want to
socks,
go walk
right.
go places I probably shouldn't. Like, that's my thing. Like, I want to go travel to a place, but I want to go, like, give me the sketchiest place first, because that's what I want to see. Like, I want to see the rundown shit. Like, I'm staying in the cheapest hotel. I'm going to find the creepiest hole in the wall place to eat. Like,
if you really wanted that experience, we should have gone back in time to like the 1980s and take you to Tijuana then, because TJ now is so much nicer than it was back then.
Oh no, it's not. It is still shady, man. You just got to go off of you just got to go off of Revolution.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like two different worlds where they try to freaking clean it up because of El Presidente. He was like, oh man, we got to clean up the fucking streets. By clean up, he means freaking pay off the narcos pretty good. So you freaking start off where Las Bogas is, which that's where you really got to go. Las Bogas, which is like the best freaking club, man. Freaking sit there, freaking get you a nice big bucket of freaking beer, everybody. And then once you guys are freaking done fucking dancing, then you go down to the red light. And that's like at the far end. You got to go past the Peanuts, right? And I'm dead ass. There's just a road club called Peanuts, where if you really want to see some crazy shit, I don't think you do, but hey, maybe you do. So stated. Yeah.
So wait, what's this freaky shit? Like, what are we talking about?
Okay, so the last time, all right, so one of the last times I was there, I was there with a friend who had to leave freaking California, right? Because something was happening with his dad. I think his dad like got into an accident, and it was like he just needed somebody to take care of him. So I was like, hey man, so he was getting ready to go out. So I was like, hey man, before you go out, man, I'm gonna freaking take you down to Tijuana, freaking, hopefully that'll get your make you smile a little bit, right? So the problem is we went like dead ass like in the morning, right? On like the middle of the freaking week. And the only club that we came to first was a thing. I looked up and I was like, oh, Peanuts. Not thinking, hey, nuts, something nuts, right? So we go in, and he was like, this is my top party. And he goes to sit down, right? And as soon as he sits down, two girls get up, and one girl freaking grabs him, freaking starts sitting on him. And the other girl, I just wasn't feeling. I was like, no, baby, I'm good, right? And then, as I was looking, once again, if you go, make sure you go with at least two people, and one guy's got to be the watcher. So I'm watching, and I'm like, man, there's something just ain't right, man. Freaking, and I'm looking, and then I got a quick thing of the jawline. I'm like, hold up.
Yep. Yeah, I knew it.
Hold up. I was like, hey, my man. I'm thinking we should go right now. Yeah, go ahead and finish your beer. I'm glad you had fun. I think we should go. He's like, man, what, man? I'm having a good time, and he's got just hands full of something, and I don't know how he does, but I'm like, no, man, I'm like, we gotta go, and then she gets up, and she doesn't speak English, but so she's like, what? You don't like me? I'm like, it's not about me. It's about him, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't know that you're a man. And he goes, "What?" I was like, I'm pretty sure that's a man." And then she goes up. She goes to tell her little friend or her big friend. Who fucking motherfucker was 6'2", first of all. Comes back over, man. She's like, "What's the problem?" I was like, "Well," I was like, "No," I was like, "There's no problem whatsoever." I was like, "Hey, you know, I'm just pretty sure that that's not what he's into." She's like, "Why? Why you don't like Mexicans?" I was like, "No, we don't like guys." And then next thing I know, my head this went this way, and I'm like, "Oh, I just got punched." So I'm not see, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm not about to fight in another country and get my ass whipped or whoop a
And
fucking
then
dude in
be
a
in
fucking
like
dress." You
Japanese
just
jail.
yeah,
Right,
yeah.
girly
There's
man.
no yeah. There's no winning on that situation. There's no winning because either you beat up somebody that was transsexual, or you get beat up by somebody that was transsexual wearing a fucking dress. There's no fucking winning that situation.
Look
So I
at
was like,
you.
hey, man,
You gotta do the voice and the accent right though. I mean, I've seen a lot of these people where I live. You gotta be like, "Oh, honey, I'm too much Mexican for you. I'm too a man. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, puppy. Come on, puppy."
like
Puppy.
no, dude. Ooh.
Oh, that's a whole thing too, man. Oh, I don't know if is that out there because out here when you're with a Latina and she was, "Oh, hey, puppy," you're like, "Oh shit." It's like it's getting about to get real out here now.
See, nothing fun happens where I live. Nothing fun.
You gotta venture out, man. Or bring the fun to you. I guess
Yeah.
that's what it is, man. But
See,
every once in a while, just like you were saying, just find a place that's cheap, where you can just get into a little bit of freaking trouble,
yeah.
and freaking
True.
War.
just
I'd say war
That's
is
what I'm
is
saying. Like people are adult. Like everybody here is an adult now. It's to the point where it's like worked fucking enough. I'm allowed to have a little bit of fun at this point. Let me live.
I would say if you want to go have fun, go to Tijuana because Juarez has some of that, but it's more dangerous, I think. So at Juarez because like at least it was when I was there. Like we would go out and we'd find people that got kidnapped and were left in the desert, like on army patrols. Like yeah, they were like the bruja. Like we found a dude out there nude that had been tied up in the desert. We're out there rolling around in our army vehicles. We came out this dude and he'd been beaten and cut up, and he's like, yeah, some woman drugged me. And these guys brought me out. The Bruja brought me out here, the witches, which I don't know if the dude was drugged or what, but it was some crazy shit. So it's like, the hell is going on
like
there?
you could get some crazy pictures and shit down there in Tijuana too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
crazy good photos. Of
We need
some
to
weird-
find a good nude beach.
Yeah. Black's Beach.
Ros-
Black's Beach in California.
Rosarito, man. Just go to the far,
Ooh,
go to
yeah.
Rosarito, go to Rosarito, and then go to the far end, or rent yourself a little bungalow down there. And each little bungalow has their own little section. You just fucking go out there, fucking do what you gotta do.
From what I heard though,
Interesting.
no nude beaches anywhere in the world except maybe France compared to if you want to nude beaches in Brazil. So that's what I've heard.
Well, see, the trouble with that is that if you just want to be naked out amongst a whole bunch of people,
Yeah.
those European beach, actually Seychelles is the best one. For bar none, Seychelles. The only thing is, you roll up. Yeah, you're going to see some absolutely nude, beautiful young women. But the problem is they are there with some fat, old, nasty, hairy,
Yeah.
rich motherfuckers, and I'm not.
That's a big ass gold chain on. Yeah.
That's there's only so much that cancels out. Okay, like, okay, sir, I got it. Like, okay, you just want to be you want vacation and everything, got it. But if you're not going to shave, at least wear like regular shorts to keep you out there in that fucking speedo.
I'm not.
With your
I
butt
just want to
cheeks
do
all
it for
hanging out.
photographic purposes.
Yeah, but it's like why?
I'm not about the nude beach because personally, I don't feel like getting sunburn on certain bits.
Yeah, that would suck.
That makes sense. I can hear
And
that. I'm a pasty motherfucker, so no thanks.
so I don't even want to take the chance. It's like I have had a bit of melanin in my life, but I don't want the chance.
Yeah, and what's the point? Like, I mean, I guess the whole like tan line things, whatever. Basically nude. You can be basically nude and same amount of comfort in a damn bathing suit that covers like 2 inches of your body.
Point
as
for us would be to
your
get
name.
great photos.
Well,
That's
yeah.
the only reason I
Being
wanna
naked
do
on a
it.
beach looks great, but
Although I do have to say, now that you're talking about that, I don't know why I want to see this, and I'm concerned that I want to see this now, but I would love to see some dude with his junk going around trying to pop up onto a surfboard and surf. I think that would be fucking hilarious. I don't know why, but that would just be
It'd just be
absolutely
like,
hilarious.
Okie doke.
like as he's surfing, like
Yeah,
I wouldn't be able to do it because my balls would be like,
yeah. I may need to go to therapy now. But yeah, that sounds friggin' hilarious.
in autumn, do not comment on my nuts.
they hang down to your fucking ankle.
That should be a scene in Pornado.
That should be a scene in Pornado.
Yeah.
She says I have those old man balls that hang from the back of people's trucks.
Like those things that you see hang from trucks. I don't know if y'all seen those before.
Oh,
I don't know if that's just like a mountain
Yeah.
thing or not. There's like
actually that could be Lucas's cameo.
there's like these freaking nut sacks that these dudes hang back from the back of their big ass trucks, like they're
Yeah.
trying to compensate.
I've seen those all the time.
That's what it looks like. That's what his nuts are.
Yeah, I don't understand why they're trying to
Yeah, I don't-
compensate because that shit ain't comfortable and they don't want them.
I will say
The thing
that
is, it's like I don't understand. Don't you usually call a car a woman's name, and
Yeah,
you put a fucking set of nuts on your car that's your baby? So are you now fucking gay? So now do I get to just call you fucking gay and like make fun of you because your car's a dude and you talk about riding it all the time, you fucker? Like, because they're so mean. Like they're
Car
always
people
the
are just weird
they're always the
sometimes.
meanest dudes too. They're never nice or
all right.
anything.
it's getting late and I've had some herbal stuff and I need to really be quiet because I'm thinking about like what you could do with the gas tank and a bunch of other stuff. So
I
Was
think
that not one of
the
TLC
20
series?
is
Is he like what we're talking about,
the
like
Nemesis
fucking the
one
exhaust or
and-
something?
in the
Yeah, that was
imaginations
one of
called
My
Places
Strange
Doesn't Want to
Addiction.
Go.
hey Lucas, you got some comics for us right now? Because
Let's
Oh,
break some we're gonna break some comics down now.
this shit's gonna go off the rails if I
We're
start
gonna
talking.
go off the rails real quick. So let me start with break us down to speculation town, Lucas, sir.
Well, since you mentioned Futurama is coming back for 20
Ooh.
issues, Futurama Comics #1. That one it's pretty cheap and it's underrated, right? So
It's
remember how
definitely
Rick and Morty. Remember Rick and Morty #1? Nobody freaking saw that coming, and all of a sudden
Oh
now
yeah,
it's a
still
$200
a
book.
$300 book.
Yeah.
Mm,
So
really?
definitely freaking keep an eye out for Futurama Comics #1.
I actually bought that for my son for his 21st birthday and got it autographed by the writer at WonderCon.
That's cool.
I didn't even know it was
Cool.
worth money. So
Good job, Dad.
Oh, you didn't? Jeez, man.
no,
You
he
better
just
get
likes
that-
Rick. He just likes Rick
better-
and Morty.
Rick and
Man, you better get that bad boy slabbed.
Yeah, okay.
The other one that I wanted to bring up was looks like Paramount wants to do more stuff with the Smurfs.
really?
Yeah, so they're mentioning not just one movie or TV. They're saying multiple projects, right? So once again, the first appearance of the Smurfs is Spirou Les Paillards, 23rd October 1958. You're not going to just find this in your back. You're not just going to find this in your back bins, but you know it might be
Wait, there
worth
is
the
a
investment.
Marvel Comics Smurfs #1 that's easier to find.
Yes, right. So I mean, if you want to take a chance with that one, go ahead with that Marvel joint. The one that kind of came across. Let's see if
I didn't
have
know.
that one.
Was that? Can you go back to that? Is it Spanish?
Yeah.
I didn't know
French.
Smurfs started out. It's French. Okay.
It's French. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry.
And then it's
Oh,
only
that's so cute.
strawberry shortcake. And the only reason why this came up on my radar today is because I have a friend, and who bought one. Who saw it randomly. He was like, it was freaking $1. And then that same day on
that
TikTok,
theme song is gonna be stuck in my head.
I love strawberry shortcake.
Strawberry.
Like
that's
I
my-
would just frame it and hang it on my wall.
But 9/8, and I'm talking about the newsstand editions, go for about $400.
Holy
Uh,
shit!
Yeah, we
Of
gotta
strawberry shortcake?
Yep.
mhm.
number one,
What the
which
fuck
is
am I doing
probably
collecting
sitting in a
Batman
fucking
for?
dollar bin somewhere.
Holy.
Why am I
Okay,
collecting Batman?
maybe
Screw
doing some
Batman.
digging.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for that one. Freaking, and yeah, there's gonna be a lot of copies out, but they're not all newsstands. They're not all going to be 9/8. So just gotta be
Mm.
That was
cognizant
a
of that one.
kid's book back from the mid '80s, so
Well,
like having 9/8s.
well, for how long have I been advocating people like think of all the stuff that you were fond of as a kid,
Yep.
and then find the first appearance in a comic book of that particular comic, and then just buy it. Right.
I've always agreed with you on that 110%.
When I first started advocating for that, think about Star Trek. That Star Trek #1. That was an $18 book. Now it's like 150 to $800 for a 9/8 now,
Yeah, that's why
because
I'm
people are
starting
starting
to
to realize
actually
that.
navigate towards things like Adventure Time #1 and some of the Nickelodeon magazines, stuff of that nature.
See,
Yeah.
I can't think back that far to what I liked as a kid. So
Well,
uh,
I mean, what I would do for you, man, is just think about, or start with when you're like 7 years old till you're like what 11. Then
yeah.
look up what were the big cartoons back
Did
then.
you just click at me?
Whether it be Teddy Ruxpin or the Gummy Bears or
No.
My Little
What's
Pony.
up, Autumn?
Yeah.
Nothing. I actually am just gonna have to go soon.
Okay.
All right.
I
Absolutely.
just sent you a message on there. I said the baby's coughing his head off.
To the manager, to Autumn, I love you guys.
Yeah.
Me
Thank you
too.
for being a part of the show and part of the Awesome Sauce Media family.
Well, take
And,
care. This
everyone
was fun.
check Autumn South out on the internets. And
Of course, yes. Check me out everywhere. Check me
Yeah.
out here. On my TikTok if you want to. It's Autumn South XXX. So go check it out. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that fun stuff. And I will see you guys next week. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And, we'll be in touch between now and then, Autumn.
That was
All right.
this was a lot of fun. You guys have a good one.
All right, you too, guys. Good night.
Check out our new video on YouTube.
We'll do.
Definitely. See you guys later.
So-
Bye.
Okay.
Hey, I gotta say real quick.
Yeah.
We were talking about being old. This is just a story I got to share, but I thought it was funny as hell. The CC Comic Crusaders, we have a chat, and one of the Crusaders came on there and said, "Hey, here's a cool thing. It's like, look at what the #1 Garfield the Garfield cartoon was on the day you were born." I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, "F you!" I was like, I looked at Garfield hadn't existed for like. Didn't exist until I was like 10 years old. I was like, "You bastard!"
I actually think I was on the cutoff.
I thought it was hilarious. So I thought it was one of the funniest damn things. But it was.
And
So
then I love your response. It's like, yeah, I read Betty Boobs and these newspapers.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, we read Betty Boop back then when I was born. So. Anyway, sorry, Lucas. What do you got?
No, freaking that freaking gives me some time to freaking get something together.
Okay, cool.
So there's a character. So actually, the current Internals series happening right now, which was supposed to be kind of like a compatible partner with the movie somehow, right? So the movie kicks off, and then you're supposed to be able to go to your local comic book shop and then figure out what's going on, and then as the movie ended, then you're supposed to be able to go back to the series and then read more about what was going on, right? One of the characters that didn't necessarily make it in the form that he was supposed to be is a character called Uranus or Arnos. Because there's like a whole bunch of them, like maybe like 200 of them were sleeping or whatever, but there's Arnos. So in the current TV or comic series, they are bringing him back. They're bringing him out, but he's going, once again, just like all the other Eternals, they're going to change the way he looks. I'm not going to show that right now.
Okay.
So, and I had to make this point. I wanted to make sure I got this point across because there have been a lot of people asking me about the next Avengers. Like, hey man, could you get me this cover or in one of the Eternals covers? I need this next Eternals cover. And I'm like, what's up? They're like, well, it's gonna be the first appearance of this Arnold's character. I'm like, okay, fine. So I ordered, not even researching. Me, hey, that is not the first appearance of that character. The character, once again, that I'm talking about is this guy right here. That's supposed to be Arnold's, but his first appearance supposedly is Captain Marvel number 29, right? Where they talk about the Iranians. Um, Now, what's interesting about the Iranians and Arnold's is that this was not necessarily their first appearance. Their first appearance was in Daring Mystery number 6.
Oh wow.
Huh.
And that's very important to notify that because that is Marvel Boys. That's Marvel Boys' first appearance. They later explained the origins and everything of Arnold's and another one. I forget the name of the freaking book, but Eternals, like everybody understands Eternals. Their first appearance to be in, I forget the name of the book. Was it Eternals number 1? I believe. Right?
Yeah.
But that's not
I was
according
always under the
according to
impression
this.
they were a Fantastic Four type thing. So
Right.
Yeah, I think
Exactly.
something in Fantastic Four 102, which was a little bit of a prototype.
Huh.
And then I know they had a preview number of an appearance in a Theme magazine. If you got the exact issue, I can have it for Hidden Gems and Drunken Chat.
Keep dropping knowledge. That's cool.
Yeah. So Marvel Boy from 1940, he was one of the actual first, according to Marvel history books, they were the predecessors of what we now know as the Eternals, because his father was on Earth. He goes off to Uranus. The Uranus were a highly technological race. Marvel Boy later brings that technology back to Earth, and that further advances like Earth into its own thing. So, boom, timely Uranians were actually the first Eternals. Just saying. Let's see what else I got for. What did you think of all the books that popped off this week, Adam? There's a couple of them,
I was like, holy shit!
right? One of the big ones was, of course, Star Wars, or excuse me, Darth Vader.
Fucking 20.
Mm-hmm.
See,
That first appearance of Grogu. Yep.
I picked up Jacqueline
Which
number 1
technically
today.
is not the actual first appearance of Gogu.
Oh, hold on.
There's
Well,
been
hold
a
on.
couple
Hold on.
you know,
Nemesis was about to say something. You said you picked up Jacqueline.
Yeah, I picked up Jacqueline number 1 today. I picked up 1 and I picked up the variants too, and it was really good. I enjoyed the book. It was really freaking awesome. So I had a lot of fun. Meanwhile, this cover right here for Detective is part of the reason why I've stopped collecting Detective and Batman. It's
which
just,
cover is that?
it's just boring. It's boring as hell.
Think so? You think so? I don't know. I think it's a great cover. It's one of the best in my opinion. It's one of the best. So I agree with you on some of the art for that DC has been pushing out, especially when it comes to some of the incentives.
Yeah.
But this is one of the best covers, and it's not even an incentive. It's an open order.
Well,
is this the one? So Adam, this is the one with Penguin, and where he's like
Is
all
that the
dressed
one where
up.
he's burning the dollar bills?
Yes, sir.
At least he's doing something, and he's got a look on his face. Like some of the other ones look like mug shots or something. It's like,
yeah, that's right. I actually did like that cover when it was described.
Yeah. Adam, you saying that's not the for Grogu? That's not the first appearance. What is, in your opinion?
Well, if you want to get technical and go into like Topher C territory for a minute,
you're not talking about that Obama joint, right?
There's Mad Magazine number 12, which even predates the Star Wars Insider 205.
You say
Mad Magazine?
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, that's a deep dive, right? I mean,
Mad Magazine.
Mad Magazine number 12, which came out, I guess maybe a year ago, maybe almost 2 years ago now. That had Goku in it, and then there's a Star Wars Insider number 12, and of course the Die in number 14. The Obama cover, there's a bunch of aliens, and there's a little cameo unofficially of Goku in that as well.
Huh.
Let's see.
But
So you said a couple years ago. I'm trying to find this one so I can see what the year was.
See, I don't know how people define first appearance, but like if you ask
Okay.
me first appearance, it would be somebody who's popping up in story. So that's crazy.
Right. So that Mad magazine says 2020, and I know for a fact that Die came later. I'm trying
yeah,
to
that was
figure out the date on this one.
a couple months ago. As it came out during the hype of Darth Vader 20.
Let's see. Let's see.
Well,
I don't
Lucas
know.
is looking that up. Real quick question for either one of you. So I picked up, for some stupid reason, I kept going to my comic shop and forgetting what I'd already bought. And I bought 4 copies of Dracula, was it Unholy? Or the Vampirella Unholy, with Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all the same cover. Should I just keep those or just dump them? Is it worth keeping them?
So you said Vampirella what?
The new series, Vampirella
The Unholy series with the
Unholy
Draculina.
series. Yeah. No, this is with Vampirella and Dracula. So Draculina is a different one. So
yeah. So that's what I don't know. Like that's one of those things where I'm gonna have to read it, right? Because I know in the series prior to this one where they were breaking out a whole bunch of new characters to include Draculina, but I don't know if they've broken out any new characters. Plus, I've been talking about the fact that Dynamic, or is it Dynamite? They signed up with a TV movie production company.
Yeah, I remember that
hopefully,
when you were doing stock tips.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll do a Vampirella series? That would really kick.
Well, it's not just Vampirella, Red Sonja. They were looking to do that stuff.
Betty Page.
Not Betty Page. They're not.
Elvira. Elvira can make a comeback.
But so yeah, I don't think they're going to fuck with Elvira either, unless they get. It would be interesting if they were able to get her likeness. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
But
I would love to see them do an animated series of Elvira and have her voice herself.
Yeah, I'm not going to find this because some people are saying that the Screen Comics Star Wars: The Mandalorian Season 1 Volume 1 should be in that conversation. But I'm trying to figure out what to do.
I knew there was something I forgot.
Let's see, not now. And the reason why that is the most important one is because, I get it, Mad Magazine and the Die, but those were not produced by Marvel, nor licensed by Marvel. Whereas this book, and it's the one that I'm probably gonna have to take the blur off. Jesus. None. All right, here we go. So, you're trying to see if I can blow myself up.
Just announced
here we go.
Just announced from the Hollywood Reporter, Russell Crowe is joining the cast of the Kraven the Hunter movie.
Who is he being cast as?
Don't tell me Kraven.
Doesn't say.
Interesting.
Okay. So what I'm holding up right now is the Screen Comics Star Wars: The Mandalorian Season 1 Volume 1. Absolutely freaking licensed by Disney and Lucasfilm.
Okay.
Right. And people are trying to tell me that it is not comics, but it literally on the back says the series in comics. That means that this is literally supposed to be a comic book. They're like, well, no, does it have the dialogue bubbles? Yes, it's got the little lettering and word bubbles and all that stuff inside here, man. So this right here is the first appearance of the Grogu in comics.
Which book is this?
It's called Screen Comics Star Wars: The Mandalorian Season 1 Volume 1.
Yep.
Okay.
And even if you find some weird freaking magazine or photo or something like that, They weren't licensed by Disney. This one is.
Oh boy! Don't fuck with me! I'm more kicking us.
I've seen a lot of. Is that becoming a thing? Like I saw, it may have been Screen Comics, but they did the Avatar series as well. It's just like they take clips of the actual show and put them in a book. Is that becoming a thing?
Yeah, definitely. I wish they would do it a lot more. Like every single TV series that's based in fantasy should have some type of book or freaking comic book attached to it. Every single freaking one. So that's why it messes me up that the fact that Paw Patrol, which is one of the most profitable freaking licensed properties out there right now.
Paw Patrol,
in fact, I think
wanna kill all the dogs on Paw Patrol.
I think it made like 45 million last year.
I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm gonna go off screen for a minute.
Yep, go ahead. Yeah, Paw Patrol made 45 million last year. It does not have a comic book. It's got books.
Is it even got anything in print that could be collectible down the road?
Just the books.
I didn't realize there were books.
And the first and it's tough because the first book was actually a coloring book. So technically, you probably could get that slabbed.
Yeah, right? I think you could, because wouldn't that stuff fall under magazine? Our magazine size comic?
I need to get my hand on one and see what's up with that. Let's see.
I mean, because Paw Patrol, whether you like it or dislike it, or you're being tortured with it when you babysit for someone, you can't deny its popularity.
Yeah.
Kids love it. And the catchy theme song.
Yes, sir. All right, so let's get into some of this. So this is new releases that are coming out this coming week. Not this Wednesday, next Wednesday. So
all right.
We talked about. Go ahead.
Oh, just real quick, when you get a chance, I know you like anime, and I think Adam does too. And I'm into manga. I just wanted to show you some cool stuff that I've come across that I'm reading right now.
Okay.
If you're cool, but
yeah, let's do this because the new releases aren't going to take too long. So right after I get done with those, you'll break off and do your anime stuff.
Sure.
Sounds like a plan. And we love it when a plan comes together. Awesome sauce.
Okay, so this one is Batman the Night. This is going off the rails already.
All right, Batman what?
All right, so Batman the Night #2. That's one where it's supposed to be the first appearance of a new character that is kind of somehow related to Catwoman.
Okay.
Detective Comics #1053 has got a Bermejo going. Batman getting his ass whooped. There's a 1053 has by Fornus. On Justice League #72, there's an awesome. It's got some awesome cover art with Black Adam and Dr. Faust, I believe that's called. It looks like Alex Ross, but it's not Alex Ross. It's just freaking awesome joint of them together. I don't know what they're fighting.
The next couple months, I say, if
Felix Faust.
Nice Black Adam covers, grab them.
I think that's Felix Faust.
Felix Faust? Okay.
Yeah.
That's the new one, right? The new guy. So it's not Dr. Faust. Yeah, the new guy.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he's not new, but unless they made a new Faust character, Felix Faust is the one that's been around.
There we go. So cover B variant David Marquez. That's who he is. And then Robin's #4. A lot of people have been freaking panning this joint because they're like, "Well, how is it that old girl is holding up the barbell that way?" It's like, bitch, just because you don't go to the gym don't mean she can't. But it looks very cute. I hope I order this. I just because I want a copy. Dirty old man that I am. Transformers #40 has a really great cover of Optimus Prime with not only. Is it me or does that look like Megatron's gun?
Yeah, it does kind of.
That would be cool if it was.
So he's got a sword in one hand, which looks like it might have been Grimlock's sword, and then he's got Megatron's gun in the other hand. So something's weird is going on in that one.
Now, Ultra, if you're still in the chat, confirm that, man. Since you're the Transformers expert.
Ultra Maximus is talking about the Draculina Risk version variant.
Which one is this?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's coming out next week or was that on FLC.
Maybe the one that's on FSA.
Interesting one that's already sold out is Amazing Spider-Man number 89 by Patrick Gleason.
Yep.
And I could see why is because, yeah, we've seen her from the front, but have you seen her back meat? Nice dress showing her what her back meat looks like. So hopefully y'all already got your
Goblin Queen's got some big butt, and we will not lie.
Well, we're not talking about her butt, but she's got one of those back open dresses, and it goes all the way down almost to the crotch.
Testify.
Hulk number 4, cover A, regular Ryan Otley. We are currently waiting for more answers on who this new Hulk character is. That's what's going on with that one.
Yep.
And then the one that I'm hoping to get is the incentive by EMJS, which I believe is either a 125 or a 150. Coming from the indie world, Mother Russia number 1 is going to have several incentives, but I think the one that I have up here is I think it's like a 1 to 25.
Mother Russia. What is this based on the Kick-Ass character?
No, I don't think so. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not. But Mother Russia, it looks like it's about a mother and a child living in a world of zombies.
Okay.
Iron Fist. That Iron Fist is coming out. That's the one where we're supposed to find out who is going to be the new Iron Fist.
And the odds-on favorite is Swordsmaster.
Mm-hmm. How crazy would it be if it turned out that it was not? Because I know a lot of people have been putting up money on this one.
People wouldn't gonna be pissed, especially the people buying those Swordmaster books right now.
Mm-hmm. Or Oritian, number 1, cover B by Carlos Villas Cove. It's got a young woman. She's barely holding it out in code, and then there is this big ass, nasty looking beast behind her. This one is sold out as well. Popstar Assassin number 4, variant by Hai Chang. I was talking about the back meat. Well, this one is all about the front meat and everything that's not on top. By Behemoth.
The front meat. I don't know what you need to clarify that for me, Lucas. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't think Nemesis understands. You need to explain.
Yeah, be very detailed. Talk slow. Turn the lights down too, please.
Well, you can stop by your local comic book shop, and they will hopefully be able to point you out to their copies. So the interesting thing is about that one and this one, they are sold out at the first party sellers.
They're no longer in the dashboard.
Nope. Your local comic book shops cannot order these. The one I'm getting ready to talk about is these damn kids. Number 1, it's these creepy ass kids with these masks on, and there's just a bunch of bodies just like out in the streets. And this one is by Second Sight Publishing.
Yeah, that's horrifying right there.
Nothing worse than creepy ass kids.
No,
running the streets.
Start kicking kids in the face at that point.
Vampirverse number 6, Incentive, Maria Laura Sanapo, virgin cover. It's basically a sexy Vampirella as always, but looks like she's just got done boxing.
She's got all the front meat show, threatening to show
all the important stuff. All the important stuff.
Yeah.
Vampirverse number 6, by Daniel Main cover. Daniel Main, excuse me.
When is this one coming out?
Next Wednesday.
How is this? How do you get the hold of this one?
I would have to check, but I do know that at Midtown, at least, this one was sold out. But maybe it'll come back online later. But
I really like this because it's got that classic horror movie poster.
Yes, sir. It looks like it's a homage to the Invisible Man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn, that's hot.
Don't forget that Iron Fist #1 that is going to have a 1/50. So that was the debate. Do we go with 125 that had the new Iron Fist at the cover, or do we go with 1/50, which is probably going to be the rarer of the two?
The 1/50 was the ASM 50 homage, right? The one that was the one that was the Spider-Man No More homage?
The 1/50. Yep. Sold out at certain certain second party sellers as Marvel Voices. This is the cover with Monica Rambeau, Storm. Looks like some type of caricature of Shuri, and I forget who and Bishop on there. This one, and the reason why is because it's by Torrin Clark, who has had many hits within the last year. So he's catching on fast.
Doing well in the aftermarket.
Yeah, that Avengers 53 caught fire.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thor #22, it's just sad Thor in the rain. Sold out.
Yep.
This one is sold out as well. Thor #22, but the X-Gwen variant, that's one where she has wings like Angel.
I just like the one with him in the rain a little better.
This one is not sold out, but I kind of like this one. X-Men Wolverine #3. Yeah.
That's really cool. I like that one.
Look, have you read any of that Wolverine stuff yet?
I've been reading the X Deaths of Wolverine. It is amazing. Absolutely freaking amazing because
I just gotta catch up. I read issue 1, I have not read issue 2 yet.
Yeah, all the stuff regarding Mora and Mystique and Destiny and Magneto and Charles, it's all coming back down to a head. It's freaking
cool.
Awesome.
I just have to catch up.
So just real quick, today was the last week I bought DC stuff, which is, I can't believe I'm saying that. I'm down to one DC book. Marvel is picking up a lot. So is the indies. So one title that I should get into, Marvel, because I'm a DC fanboy, remember, for a long time. What should I pick up? And I'm reading Shang-Chi right now. So you don't have to, I like Shang-Chi. So
if it wasn't in this big Devil's Reign event, I would say Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil.
Okay.
So I actually think it's the best the book has been since Kevin Smith took it over in '98.
That's a good question, man. Freaking, that's a tough one because it used to be easy to say, hey, Daredevil, Hulk, and Venom, because Al Ewing was doing his stuff in conjunction with
Immortal Hulk. If you can get that trade, I would really recommend that, even though I think Joe Bennett is a trash bag human being, and yes, I said that.
Yeah, because my money is up for grabs. The only thing I'm reading from DC now is Suicide Squad. That's it.
And that's unfortunately that's gonna be ending soon.
We're gonna have to make that a segment next week of what we think. Or actually, we could probably get to that when we go to the FOC. If we can go through that stuff. X-Men, there's an awesome freaking Storm cover.
Yeah.
Mother Russia Winter Special. This one's once again a great one. And it's sold out. So this one's another sold out one. Freak Show Kingdom Second Sight. It's got a king, but he's a zombie Viking. Like it's like a photorealistic of a zombie who looks like his innards are just like now falling out through his mouth. Who just happened to be a king. So take that for what you want. Try to imagine that how you need to. But if you see this on the shelf, definitely pick that one up. It's also got a B cover, which I don't know how to explain. And that is it. So what you got for us, Nemesis?
Well, I mean, this is stuff for people to buy, but you guys talk about anime and manga, so I just thought I do read this crap, so thought I'd show you what I'm reading. So first one, I picked this up. I read a lot of trades, so this Ghost in the Shell series. Oh, friggin' incredible, really adult. Not similar to the Ghost of the Shell anime at all, though. Much more action oriented. Deals with yakuza and stuff like that. Fucking awesome. Check this out. So then, if you want to get a little bit of your not too freaky freak on, you got Dimension W, which was also an anime for a while. Really cool. Give you a look at the artwork inside. So you got robot girls and friggin' sci-fi and shit. Pretty
Good
awesome.
artwork.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then if you want to get into your freaky shit, Sekirei, which also turned into an anime. She's got some front meat going on right there. So, yeah. You know, and it's basically all this whole series is about girls fighting each other, you know, and then there's some plot behind it. Yeah, but yeah, check it out. You know, you got this shit going on. So this is, you know, Lucas is gonna go run out and buy this right away after I show him this.
I don't have to go out and buy it. I got all the connects.
And then the last one I want to show, I just want to show this off. This is fucking cool. First of all, shout out to my aunt Joyce, passed away a while ago. She knew I was into comics, and she gave this to me, bequeathed it to me. It's fucking awesome. It's not in great shape. Buck Rogers in the 25th Century was a TV series. And in 1979, Warner Media did a special comic based on the TV movie.
Buck
Rogers.
And that's the what's the W again?
Warner Media.
Or is that Whitman?
It might be Whitman. Hold on.
No, actually, I think it's the Whitman.
It is Whitman. Giant movie edition.
The only reason why I know that is because the Ali Superman has that same W in there.
Yep. So
that's number one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man. That is an incredible find. Bag that bad boy. Probably should freaking think about getting that slabbed.
Yeah, well, even if it's not in great condition?
Oh, yeah. That's...
Yeah.
I mean,
that way you won't have to worry about... The reason why I always get mine slabbed is if I really love it and I don't want to have to worry about freaking...
You look at the inside, though. It's pristine. So, I mean, the covers are
white pages.
Bad condition. And then the only other one I wanted to show you, well, I'll break... You know, I can show you next week because I got to go find it. But my wife... when I was a kid, my dad bought me a Superman giant-sized, and I lost it, and so it's from 1977, and she found a copy of it and got it for me, and it's fucking awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. So I just thought I'd share those with you, you know, as part of Awesome Sauce Radio. Maybe do that every now and then, but yeah, that Buck Rogers, that's cool that you said that. I'm gonna
have that Robot Chicken sketch stuck in my head with Buck Rogers.
Yeah, I will get that.
Everyone for the sketch is calling him Buck Rogers.
I will get that slab though, because this one means a lot to me, and who knows, you know, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. If it's sentimental like that, you want to protect it.
It's just, yeah. I mean, it's just easier to store. I mean, look, sometimes like if you have too many slabs, it's hard to freaking store. But at least you have some type of peace of mind, right? That if anything happens to that box, those slabs should be a little bit more freaking sturdy and everything. Plus, it's easier. Like shit, look at the shit I got behind me, fucking hung up. Those are all fucking slabs and shit.
And they display nicely when hung up too.
I will say this: one of these days, I got to go to my mom and dad's house because I think they still have it. But do you remember when Star Wars came out that they did those giant Star Wars books?
Yes, the treasuries, the Marvel special edition treasuries.
Have them all.
Really?
Those are going for good money right now.
Yeah, I have them all. So
yeah, break those bad boys out. Let's freaking do an unboxing, man.
Yeah,
all right, so
let's
get
do the
FOC,
the place to be here on
FOC. Yep. So the old man can freaking get some sleep tonight.
Yeah, and then maybe we can figure out why I can't find government cheese. God damn it.
The first ones I wanted to touch on were some of these late prints. So, for instance, Amazing Spider-Man number 88, which was the first appearance of the Goblin Queen, is going to have a second appearance. No back meat, but more legs. That's what they wanted to go with from Gomez, and that's what we got. So, good on you. Believe it or not, freaking Mary Jane Black Cat Beyond also has a second print by J. Scott Campbell. The one I have up here Yeah,
Damn.
it's not. Yeah, well. So it's not necessarily what it's going to look like. So maybe the cover is going to be different, or whatever, or maybe the color background is going to be different. But we do know that the second print is definitely going to be by J. Scott Campbell again. Halcyon Legacy, which is interesting, is going to have a second print as well by just. This one is same art, however, the background is going to be different with a black background. So I already had the white one, and it looks nice. But you know what? I am intrigued by the black background though.
Interesting.
Primos, right? I talked about Primos, I believe, last week on Sauce Radio. Which I'm telling people give it a freaking chance because hey, if you can't trust the actors, the producers in Hollywood to get something popping, then who can you freaking trust?
Exactly,
Um,
man.
yep, Al Madrigal, he's the writer, and there's gonna be a second print of that by Diodata.
Oh, nice.
Porn Basket is
What the
hardcover.
blank? What is porn basket?
You're gonna have to
All right.
find out. There's only
Yeah.
1,200
Perfect
copies
book for
printed.
this show, man.
1,200 copies going to be printed. So if you want to get something really weird, Porn Basket might be down your alley.
All right, I may have to get a copy of that now.
Avengers number 54 by Rob Liefeld for the Deadpool 30th variant.
All right.
Liefeld drew it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Really?
I said, no, we're not going to make the obligatory feet joke. We're going to have class in the show.
Well, see, so I mean, my thing is say, okay, you got people have been banging on him for no feet. It's like, okay, why are y'all so focused on feet anyway? Like,
Maybe those
just because
people-
y'all have a foot fetish don't mean y'all have to freaking go after them for that shit. You know, like leave your fetish shit out of the fucking comments. You know what I mean? Don't do that.
unless you want to bring it in there and make a cool book out of it.
Did
That's
anybody
fine.
check and make sure Todd McFarlane's okay? That Rob Liefeld is working in Marvel again? So
Hey, let be and let live. For number 54, there's also going to be a Nakayama Infinity Sage Phase 2 variant, which is a great one of Ant-Man. And what's the name of this other character? I forget what the fucking name of the guy is. The other little guy with the
yellow
little freaking-
yellow jacket.
Yellow
Yellow
Jacket.
Jacket.
Yeah, Yellow Jacket. And they're fighting in like the microverse.
Is that an incentive?
It is not. It's an open order.
That's an open order?
But Nakayama.
Is Avengers a good book right now?
Avengers 53 is popping off right now. All
Okay.
three covers. All three covers.
I
That
need to
Miles
catch
Morales
up.
came. Yeah, that. So, so it was supposed to be. So Avengers number 53 was the first appearance of that Red Panther suit. So people went ahead and they grabbed the one with Black Panther and Submariner on the freaking cover. They thought that was going to be the cover, but then that Miles Morales cover just came out of nowhere.
And that's
I mean,
the
out of
winner of the
nowhere.
three.
That's one of the three.
We may need to talk about that next week. That may be my book. I'll replace Justice League with Avengers. So
Could
Yeah,
be.
it's-
There's
I
been a
haven't
lot of
read it
interest.
since the Moon Knight arc ended, so I have some catching up to do.
Ben Riley Spider-Man number 3 by Shelby. He's got a 1 in 25. Not interesting whatsoever. I'm talking about the cover. And then Captain America Iron number 5, Alex Ross with Captain America and Iron Man on a cover, of course. I don't know why Captain America is in a Spider-Man pose, but okay. Captain Marvel number 37 by Rian Gonzalez. It's interesting because it's an X-Gwen variant, so it's got Mystique kind of in a kind of a quadrant mix with X-Gwen. Not sure exactly what they're going for right there,
That's
or
weird.
why you have Mystique on a Captain Marvel book.
yeah.
Don't know.
Sorry.
Captain Marvel number 37 is also going to have one by Momoko.
Okay.
Carnage number 1 is going to have one by Ram Francesco, mixed with Mana Kendrick and Connor Lim. It kind of looks like Inhyuk Lee, but it's not. It's weird. But this one is going to be interesting. I know Mel might like this one. Carnage number 1 is also going to have a 125 by Simone Bianchi.
See, I really like that cover you had before. It gave me a really
Mel's gonna be all over this. Shout out to LD.
Yeah, it really gave me a McFarlane vibe back from his days when he was drawing Spider-Man. I like that.
Took the time to draw the feet.
I'm gonna have to reach out to my buddies at Alex Ross Art and try to book Beyonce for a future interview.
Devil's Reign Villains for Hire, number 3. Last scan. I don't know whether that's supposed to be Captain America getting his face punched out or U.S. Agent. Might be U.S. Agent, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's U.S. Agent because he started popping up. Eternals, The Heretic, number 1, Phil Noto. Okay, this is supposedly on the cover. This is supposedly Orionus. So
stopping Thanos.
Yeah, stopping the shit. Like
He's
his face is already knocked out.
Walking it dry.
Yeah, his face is already knocked out, and then he's got his foot on his nuts. So there's all types of stuff to read into this one. So, like I said, Uranus. They're changing his look, and he just looks like a badass dark side. It's weird.
Yeah, it does. Actually, it kind of looks like the artwork I have up above me. I have a picture of Darkseid beating the shit out of Thanos, but that's a whole other thing.
Mr. Marvel Beyond, The Lament, number 4 by Ruan Variant. Look, so there's a new character called Karen. You don't know whether she's good or bad or what, but
a comic character called Karen.
Be a villainess.
Yes, it was Karen.
She
has the same powers as Captain Marvel. It's the obligatory. There's a character, and then her villain is a character that has the same powers. It's all the same shit. So it's probably going to show up in the MCU. Because think of all the characters that we have been in the MCU right now, and how they all have some type of bad copy of them that's out there. Except for Steve Rogers. He hasn't had one yet. But Iron Man, Ant-Man, Thor's got freaking Loki. They did the same thing for Black Panther. They all at one point are going to have their opposite twin out there fucking doing crazy shit. So this one's got to make it. And look, even what's her name? Miss America, not Miss America, America Chavez. They just brought out her sister. So just putting that out there. Reckoning War, Trial of Watcher, number 1, Momoko variant. I do like what they're trying to do with the series so far. There's a big mystery behind it, but of course there's always a mystery behind the Watchers. So this one is one that I'm going to keep reading because it started out pretty good. But they are going to have a Momoko variant.
Okay. And
then there's also going to be a Phil Noto variant. Savage Spider-Man, number 2.
Moko's kicking off, huh?
She's been kicking off.
Is her stuff selling, like popping?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's just that she's been drawing too much, so when you see it all over the place.
Sometimes I think she's quantity over quality.
Yeah, that's the problem. When she first started,
wasn't this insane?
See, I like her stuff, but that is another book I get is her X-Men thing. I forget what it's called, the Japanese themed one.
Devils.
The Devils thing.
Yeah. I love that.
But yeah, there's no reason why she should have 1 to 500 variants of that shit. Come on now. That's the Savage Spider-Man number 2, Nick Bradshaw. There's a creepy ass Savage Spider coming out of an alleyway, from behind the trash can. So, Nemesis, if you saw this motherfucker peeping out from an alleyway, what would you do?
Run the other fucking way.
Run for the hills.
And if I couldn't run,
Probably kiss my ass goodbye. So.
Just fucking creepy.
Yeah, it is.
For some reason, there's going to be a 1 in 25 out of Sandoval. I thought the cover A would have been a better incentive, but there's this one, and it's not really that good at all. But they decided to have a 1 in 25 of that by Sandoval. Star Wars Dr. Aphra, number 19 is going to have a 1 in 25. It's kind of cute, kind of cute. But once again, the problem is I saw a cover just like this last week of some other freaking book where it was exactly the same shit of young girls lying in a field looking up. That same book.
Yeah.
Wolverine Patch is going to have a 1 in 25 by Romita.
Okay.
Again, Patch acting bad, fucking just leaving bodies all over the floor. And then there's going to be an open order Steve Young variant. X Deaths of Jesus, it's going too quickly. X Deaths of Wolverine #1 by Vincentini is going to have a second print variant. Actually, it's going to have two, according to the information from Diamond. X Lives of Wolverine, it's also going to have a Dodderman variant. That's one of those joints where it has like 30 different types of our Wolverines out there with his different costumes. Let's see, X Lives of Wolverine, animation style. And then X Lives of Wolverine #5, Pepper Res, 1 in 50.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, the X-Men Unlimited Latitude, a Cola Women's History variant with Magic. Very pretty.
Nice.
They got to get that thing into the women's history.
I need to get a girl in a Psylocke costume.
I got nothing against it, but it's just like, man, okay.
In Up to DC, Batgirl #4, Jorge Corona, first appearance of Spellbinder.
Wait, repeat that?
First DC, or excuse me, Batgirl #4.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the first appearance of Spellbinder.
Spellbinder, the villain from Batman Beyond?
Yeah. Oh, come on now.
Is it?
Not.
Yeah.
Because that's what that's literally what the.
Hold on. Let me check this.
Okay, that's what the solicit says.
No, I believe the solicit that says that the character was originally introduced in the Silver Age and then brought in the Batman Beyond.
Yeah, and it was in the Batman animated series, but really, I mean, in the it was a long time ago. Spellbinder's been completely redone. They brought it into Batman. All right, I'm gonna go on a rant, so I'm just gonna be quiet now. But
I'm
not happy.
I'll have it on Drunken Chat.
Yeah, I'm not happy.
So was it in a comic or was it just in a cartoon?
Yeah. It was Detective Comics 350 something. And I'll bet Scripper's on it.
Way back when. But the current Spellbinder, it might have showed up in the Batman Beyond comic. Let me check.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the solicit. It says Batgirls have enough evidence to expose Tudor for his crimes. His underground art gallery of stolen goods.
All right.
But will Steph be pulled into a hypnotic range again like last time? Meanwhile, get ready for magical bookstores, a kick butt fight scene, and to top it all, Bab gets asked on a date with an ex. Also, the first appearance of a new villain, Spellbinder.
All right, that is bullshit. I'm telling you right now, Spellbinder, although it was in the various animated series, did show up in the New 52 for the first time since it was introduced in the Silver Age, and he fought John Constantine. So that is
maybe it's his son, maybe. Because remember this is a comic for young girls.
What is the name of the Spellbinder they're using? Because the Spellbinder in the New 52 was Victor Mironov.
They don't have a name. They just have Spellbinder.
The Silver Age.
Yep. So.
Yeah, the first appearance for Spellbinder. Let me look. Constantine number 13, June 2014. So that's the most recent.
All right. Batgirl's number 4, 1 in 25 by Rian Gonzalez.
Nice, nice.
And then Batman Superman World's Finest number 1 by Stanley Artgerm.
Jerry Seinfeld variant.
Is this actually the new Batman Superman? Is there going to be Batgirl Supergirl, or is that just a cover?
It's going to be called Batman Superman, I think. Yeah, Batman Superman
World's
Finest number 1, 1 in 25 by what's called the Batman Slap Battle Card, where it's got a Batman slapping the crap out of freaking Superman.
Nah, it's got a World's Finest 153 vibe to it.
No.
For everyone
and
who
then
likes
watch this
the
one.
Batman bitch slap meme.
And then there's one of Superman slapping shit out of fucking Batman.
That's awesome sauce.
See, that's just not realistic because Batman's head should be flying.
Yeah, lifting off his body and shit.
Maybe he promised to be gentle.
Maybe.
But they're both of those the Batman slap and the Superman slap are both 1 in 25s.
Okay. Isn't there a 1 in 100 of that book?
No, but there is a 150.
All right, I'm thinking of a
by
book.
Evan Doc, the Trainer High Five, where it's got Batman and Superman high fiving.
All right.
Right, real quick, I'm doing my research while you were talking. Been 4 spellbinders in the comics. The first one showed up Detective Comics 358, 1966, December 1966. Then you had Faye Moffat showed up. Birds of Prey. And then you had New 52 showed up. The third.
That's the one you just talked about.
Yeah. And then the 4th iteration is when they brought it into Batman Beyond.
All right.
Yep. So I stand corrected on the 1/100, Adam. There is a 1/100, but it's called the Jerry Seinfeld and the Batmobile Getting Coffee.
Yeah, and this one, like I said, it's one of the ones I think that's going to really do well in the long term.
Think about if you got this one and then you somehow got a hold of Jerry Seinfeld and
I can
able
actually
to get him to sign it.
He hangs out once a week at the Gotham Comedy Club because he co-owns it.
Batman at Night number 3 by Riccardo Federici. It's got this kid. I think that is Bruce Wayne, and he's standing in amongst a bunch of bats, crazed bats for some reason.
Since we're talking about DC stuff, real quick, we do Cinema Crusaders on Friday, but I get a lot of the information from the studios and everything on internal numbers. The DC Warner Brothers property that looks to be having the best opening release date, and this might translate into a comic book, is going to release in May, League of Super Pets. For some reason, the numbers on that are tracking really good. So,
yeah. Wayne The Rock Johnson's crypto. Kevin Hart is Ace the Bat Hound. Yep. Looks fucking hysterical.
Yep. So that's why I don't understand why AT&T sold off their stake to Discovery. They should have held off because they had some really good stuff popping off, but they decided to sell off. So, Catwoman number 44 by Jeff DeCall has got. I'm not sure who this lady is.
I have no
she's
clue.
Ready. She looks ready to fight. And you got Catwoman basically in her face, getting ready. I don't know whether she's yelling at her or getting ready to kiss her or lick her. I don't know what the hell is going on.
I don't know if they're going to fight or do another F word. It's one of the two.
They can do both. You can fight the fuck.
Yeah. Well, by the black lady's haircut, that could definitely be a possibility. So
or fuck then fight.
Yeah, they might do it at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Yep. And then there's going to be
style.
Yep. There's going to be a Tula Lotte.
This cover's good. I like this cover. Damn. What is going on with the Batman books that the covers have been so crap for the most part?
And you wonder why they keep doing Batman books because look, he's got really good villains even if
Yeah.
they're crappy, they got crappy premises. They have really good
Yeah.
costumes.
I mean, I'm not
They're really fun to draw.
I'm not seeing inside the book, so I don't know the art inside the book, but the covers, they're so much better. I mean,
The S&M cover for Catwoman number 44, drawn by Jenny Frison, where she's got her.
Yeah.
This is the one where she's got her little gimp suit on and she's got a bike chain.
Yep.
you know what? That one might take off. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's really tying into the Batman with Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah.
She's got the same exact costume and hood, mask type thing on. So if the Batman does well, the Matt Reeves movie.
And I actually think Zoe Kravitz is going to do a good job as Catwoman.
Yeah, that movie's releasing on March 1st, so
I hope so.
Ooh.
And then the 1 in 25 by Susan Mayaka cardstock. Look, the last one that she did really well.
Number 39 did well. So.
Oh yeah, it was number 31.
Second print.
Right, we already went to second print. I think the last numbers that we saw was that one going for like $150.
I know the
really
one
good.
I got my ass kicked on eBay went for $125.
Really? Jeez. That's still pretty good. And then for Catwoman Lonely City number 3, it's got a 1 in 25 by Annie Wu. It's basically her soaking with ice in her bathtub with a vanity photo of herself.
Yeah. Catwoman has photos of herself.
That's fucking great.
Hey, it's not just a photo; it's a vanity photo.
Yeah.
That makes it even better.
I don't know what that's saying.
So Detective Comics number 1056 by Irvin Rodriguez. So what we learned this past week is that even when I pull this cover, that doesn't mean that that's going to be the cover that pops out. It's going to be a totally different freaking cover by the time actual FOC comes around. So stay tuned.
So this isn't the cover?
This is not the cover.
Okay.
This is to fuck with everybody.
Because that looks like
ass.
Shit.
Yes.
That was just bad.
I feel like I'm having turds warmed over described to me right
now. But you know what? If I were to draw Harley Quinn, that's exactly what I would draw her as, right? Somebody who looks like she's smart, and could be beautiful if she just toned it down a little bit, right? So think about the Joker, right? There's this sort of smart, intelligent girl that's all around him, but she might be pretty, but you don't know whether she's pretty or she's just crazy or toxic. And that's that. If I were to paint a picture, that's what she looks like. Where, some days she's pretty, and some days you're like, you look too crazy today, girl.
See, they messed up then because I was looking at the future. I'm already not very happy with Batman, the books, the interior, the stories and everything. And then I saw these covers coming up, and this is what was coming up on my, I guess, solicits or whatever. I was like, fuck that. I'm not collecting that. That's shit. So.
Then there's also the Lee Bermejo.
Got another Robin die in there?
Maybe.
Robins die all the time.
They killed Damian Wayne, man. Well, I'm out already.
Damian Wayne, people riot in the streets and shit.
Ooh, Court of Owls?
Yep. There's a 1 in 25 Jorge Fornes, Court of Owls. Another top secret for Detective Comics number 1057 by Irvin Rodriguez. We don't know what it's going to look like yet. Okay. Another 1 in 25 for 1057, 1 in 25. Jorge Fornes looks like shit.
Punchline and Joker on it.
Green Lantern number 12 by Alan Qua.
Is that Guy Gardner?
I don't know how to describe this to you, Adam, other than it looks like Guy Gardner, and he's standing amongst a bunch of green light coming out of his chest and his hands.
Okay.
Then Francesco Martina for I Am Batman. 1 in 25 for I Am Batman number 7. A 1 in 25 Dyke 1. Looks like crap. something that kind of looks interesting. Joker number 13 by Kim Jacinto. It's just got punchline behind bars,
You're
but she's
nice.
got a costume on.
Hey guys, I think I'm gonna bail. My wife
Uh,
is just came in. She got dinner ready. So
Dinner? Oh yeah,
yeah,
you guys, you're West
You
Coast.
sure it's
yeah.
not
All
called
right,
supper?
huh?
Sure it's
Yeah.
not called supper?
Well, it's dinner out here. It's food.
Thank you, thank you. That's why you're the best man in the chair.
Yeah.
Because
So
you just helped me prove an argument to one of my cousins. It is
What's
called
that?
dinner. So Tommy Top Hat, fuck you.
well, you guys have a good one. I'm sorry to bail, but
No, thank
No
you very
problem,
much
man.
for all you do. I love you, man.
yep.
Enjoy your dinner.
I always love this. This was great, guys, and I'll catch up to you next week. All right.
Yep.
All right, brother.
Yep. I'm out. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Where am I? All right. Joker number 13. And this one's a 1 in 25 by James Deco. It's got James Gordon, working in B, of course. Justice League number 74 by Alex Maleev. Nightwing number 90 has got a Ricardo Federici Batman cardstock variant. Nightwing number 90 also has a 1 in 25 by Coley Hamner. It's got Nightwing swinging through the buildings with his puppy in his right hand, or is it his left hand? Maybe
Why are
his
they
right.
going to let Trish and Tony do one of those Nightwing dog covers?
That would be interesting, right? Nubia and the Amazon number 6 by Aletha Martinez. Kind of interesting, but it's got Nubia, but it's also looks like it's got Eagly on her shoulder for some reason.
Nice. Eagly.
Also, cover B's by Carl Barker. It's got Wonder Woman staring into a mirror, but Medusa is staring back at her.
Interesting.
And then Superman, Son of Kal-El, number 9 by Hainaina Metaros, International Woman cardstock variant. It looks like it's a sketch. I don't know whom is on this cover, but it doesn't look too good. Sumerian Hour of Dragon. Yep, Sumerian Hour of Dragon number 1. There's going to be a 1 in 10 by Panosian, who has been doing some really good work lately on some of the Marvel covers. And then there's also going to be a 1 in 20 by Searcher. So it looks like Conan being felled by this warlock and a huge ass fucking snake. It looks awesome. I just wouldn't pay freaking the amount of money that they want for this fucking cover. Then there's a Loki homage for 1 in 20, more than 1 in 50. Issue number 2 for Land of the Living Gods is coming out. Number 1 kind of sold out. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but people are kind of going crazy for this one.
Okay.
And this one's by Aftershock. We Live, Age of the Palladians, Black, 1 in 15 by Nguyen. It's just got a dude in his armor, and it's kind of like a headshot of the armor, actually.
Nice.
Then there's gonna be a 1 in 15 by Doe, and here's what's interesting: if you buy for the retailers, if you buy 15 and you buy 1, that first one is free, and then
you pay for the other 14.
well, you can get an extra 5 for cover price of that incentive. So just wanted to put that out there. And then there's a We Live, Age of Palladians, number 1, white. So the first one I was talking about was black. This one's white. And there's going to be a cover A. This one looks really good. Probably should have been in the incentive. Then 9 Stones, number 8. Don't know what it's about, but it's an interesting cover of a blonde-haired guy with. Remember what was the name of that? Silence of the Lambs and Anthony Hopkins when he had like the cover over his mouth so he couldn't bite nobody.
Oh yeah. It just escapes me at the moment.
Yeah.
Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah. 9 Stones, number 8. Also, excuse me. I'm gonna have to correct this before we do chat, but Draculina number 2, it's got an interesting cover with Draculina, and uh, she's got her, she's dressed as a teen, but for some reason, like the way she's sitting with her legs open, it's a little,
It's a little advanced for depending
yeah.
on how what era of the teen she's in.
You should probably bring this photo up for like Autumn and the other guest. Draculina number 2 has also got a cosplay, and the lady looks absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna start looking to talking to Dynamite for an Awesome Sauce Media exclusive as far as cosplay goes in the near future.
hmm Uh, Evil Ernie number 4 has a, I forget what authors to them, limited version, and it's kind of a homage to the Copper Tone Baby ads. I don't know if you remember those. It's like
Yeah, I
the,
remember them.
yeah. Red Sonja Black and White number 8 by Lau. Once again, you know, wherever Red Sonja goes, she has to have a whole bunch of bodies covered in blood. No,
Yep.
at her feet. And then G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, number 290, no 1 to 10. Lady Mechanica, number. Oh, Lady Mechanica, Monster of Ministry, number 3, cover B by Anceletto. I like this one. I don't even like Lady Mechanica like this, but I like this one. Know why? Because she's got a whole bunch of her front meat hanging out.
Cool.
It kind of reminds me of like an Adam Hughes type deal, which actually reminds me, as I was looking up what was going on with that copper tone that Eva Ernie joined, I was like, oh, who drew that copper tone baby? And it was this lady. I forget what her name was, but it's like Julianne something Ballantyne or something. Yeah, Julia Ballantyne.
Mhm.
She used to drew some scandalous shit, man. like
Nice.
like in fact, her style reminds me of the stuff that Adam Hughes draws now, or used to draw
Julia
back in the day.
Valentine. I wonder if she's related to a good friend of the show named Sarah Valentine.
Yeah, it's man. See, let me a quick second. Right with Carpatome baby artist. Her name was actually Joyce Ballantyne Brand,
Interesting. I might have to look her up.
and I think it was her kid Sherry Brand Irwin who was the actual kid that she used to model it after. But Joyce Ballantyne Brand.
Interesting.
Let's see. Little Monsters number 1 is about a bunch of kids that are left during the apocalypse. Everybody else is dead except for them. But oh my, they're also vampires.
Okie doke.
Yeah. Written by Jeff Lemire. So keep that in mind.
I'm sold. I'm gonna check it out. I like Jeff's stuff.
Radiant Red, I guess is a follow on to Radiant Black. So this one is Radiant Red, number 1. It's gonna be a 1 to 25 by me, Jen Young.
Nice.
What up, Big Remo? What's up?
Remo, thank you for stopping on by. Love you, brother.
You stopping by, just was getting done. Spawn Scorch number 3 by Matina. And that is, oh, let's see who's the private chat. Oh, you little ones need, okay. Why is she? Well, Adam, I believe that's all
I
we
believe
got.
that's everything. Once again, I want to thank everyone because I am now feeling a lot better than I have. I'm sorry I missed Drunken Chat on Friday. I took a mental health weekend. I explained why in the beginning of the episode. I don't really feel like rehashing it. Just that this time of year has got a little rough for me. And as I'm slacking on the business side behind the scenes of the show, I apologize. I'm getting back on track now. I thank you all for being a part of my life. If anyone hasn't said they love you today, I love you. I want to thank my sponsors, 98 Wednesdays, Exotica, Big Apple Comic Con, Twin Cities Comics, Key Collector. I want to thank Al Mega, Dave Nemesis, Lucas Tashina. I want to thank everyone in the chat. I love you guys. Remember, you don't need sight to have a vision. I love you all. Let's keep our pimp pants strong. Use the force. Pay for our porn. Kick ass. Take names. Pimp whores. Game fame. I love you all. Blind them out, motherfuckers.